to carry this on your own. Let me be someone you can lean on. I'm right here. I'm right here. I'm right here. You don't have to be so
Poku
strong.
34 months. Nefioganef Visto Nefcore.
You don't have to be so strong. You don't have to be so strong. You carry so much on your own. If you need someone to lean on, you carry so much on your own. If you need someone to lean on, you don't have to be so. You don't have to be so strong. You don't have to be so strong. Don't go through it alone.
That's her cool.
I gifted a tier 1 sub to roasted beans _
EDC, if you're with us, I want you to violently fart right now. Come on, everybody together. If you're out there, if you hear me, I need you to fart as one EDC. I believe in you.
You don't have to be so strong. You don't have to be so strong.
That's really beautiful, you guys.
Some people say for diamond,
SBO
some
Nef
people
Nef
say
Bar
for
Nef Thing.
pride. Breaking backs for a place in the city. They don't keep them satisfied. for me. You're gonna be saving up, save your love for me. You're gonna be saving up, save your love for me.
Oh, you guys like that one? How about like 10 minutes of Raw style?
Gandalf PLS.
Oh, you guys like that? How about we get a little bit deeper?
Hi Will. Hi chat smile.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Seen our child
where's your fucking head at?
28 months. When does the anus kick in?
Ladies and gentlemen, back from the desert waste. It's good to be back. Still not dead. Still not dead. Not for a lack of trying. Ladies and gentlemen, coming to you live from my stream setup out here in
Music baby.
Rumors of my demise have been greatly exaggerated. I'd like to wish you a very hearty. Hey now. Hey now.
As written. Okay. King of late night. Destroyer of worlds and fathers.
Can I get dancing aliens on the screen? Haas? Can I get some twerking aliens and some sexo, please? Yeah, that's what I'm looking for right there.
Second half.
Can I get even more sexo on the screen? I need more sexo on the monitor. Yes. Yes, now quadruple that. Yes, now octuple that. Yes, now expand that. Perfect. This is what we need. Domain expansion. 1,000 years of sexo. Infinite Homer. Embrace the thrust. Yes, let it hypnotize you, chat.
Here's Nick Bob. Hope you enjoyed it.
Yes, stare into the bulge. Yes. Yes.
The one piece mesh socks delivered and ready.
Oh, it's good to be back, guys. Yes.
Countdown. Hands up! Let's go! 1, 2.
All right. Good to be back. God damn. It is a pleasure to be back. Ladies and gentlemen, I am back from the desert.
How was EDC?
Well, let me tell you,
Netflix go.
it was good. It was very good. It was a lot of fun, and let me tell you, we went there. We rode that fucking train. We bought the ticket, and we took the ride. That was
Did you do all the drugs?
no.
Oh yeah,
It's,
wow, that's very cool.
it's impossible to do all the drugs. Yeah, I mean, we went there. We went to strange places, chat. I'll tell you that much.
Oh yeah, wow.
I'm gonna have oh god,
2 months of infinite sexo.
I'll definitely have trouble typing for a while. $90 water.
Oh, yeah, wow.
Yeah, so that was I think some of you
didn't die.
were mistaken. That was not my bill. That was a bill from like the main table at EDC where the prices are insane, crazy, nuts, wild, ridiculous. Serotonin depletion. Yes. Along with everything else, dude. I felt like SpongeBob when he's like super dry. I felt like SpongeBob when he was super dry after like day one. I pulled up to the festival like this, bro. I was in Cosmic Garden just like
Venus returned left for Gigarade.
But in my drug-infused mania, I did develop some new characters that are, I mean, I don't know if they're any good. I'll be honest. I don't know if they're funny outside of being absolutely blasted out of your skull. But Marsh found them very funny. Marsh found them hilarious. There was one character
Cool.
that I was working on, and it was
Yeah, wow, that's very cool.
it was me and an iron lung. I don't know if you've ever seen an iron lung, or this guy who is the last man in an iron lung. But I just would lay on my back and I would say to Marsh that if I ever go nonverbal or non-responsive, he just had to wheel me around in an iron lung and pour drugs in the vent. And just dump them in the vent. And use my sympathy card to get laid at raves. That was a really good character. We're still workshopping that one.
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
Back Nefla Hasselneff.
There was another character that was kind of an amendment of one I've already done.
Wow, that's very cool.
That was basically
How do you keep surviving these self-suck accidents?
I don't know. I'm really a medical miracle. The doctor always after he shoots the Narcan in the head of my penis to pull me out of my self-suck, he goes, "Son, you really got to get a hold of this habit."
Cool.
And I say, "Listen, King dead by 40. I'm gonna live fast and suck young." Thank you though for that. The other character I've been working on was a amend to another character. There goes my voice. And it was Christopher Walken, but it was Christopher Walken possessing me in the absence in my brain that the drugs created. And he's actually an eldritch god.
Oh, that's very cool.
And he finds himself at EDC proud of his new body. And he won't leave. So here, I'll see if I can give you guys a little bit of this one. Wow! Walken is dead! All hail the new Walken! Do you want to know how your universe ends?
Yeah, wow,
It's
that's very
not
cool.
pretty.
Goku, we back.
Have you seen me in Dune 2? It's really an incredible movie. You haven't? Well, I'll show you pain. I'll show you a universe of pain. And we did a lot of that. We did that one. We're still working on that one. The last one is a really, I mean, this is a good character. I really think there's some promise here. It's a guy who's just escaped Willy Wonka's factory, who's revealed a secret. And to do this character,
That's very cool.
I had to lead into it.
Died of self-suck. glad you're back, Nafsel.
I had to lead into it. Oh my goodness. Diggy, thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. I have such sights to show you. Pain, pleasure, it's all one. I've taken your friend's body. I like it.
Woot.
I'll use it to star in more movies.
Wow, that's very cool.
How are the liquor prices? I'm gonna keep it a buck. I probably didn't buy one drink the entire weekend, other than water. Okay, so this is a character that I was working on at EDC, and to do it, there was a lead in. Remember, the character is man who's
That's
just
very cool.
escaped Willy Wonka's factory after learning some terrible truths. I've been working on this character. Marsh really likes it. Hang on, let me.
Come with me, and you'll be in a world
You have to listen to me.
of your imagination,
He's fucking the Loompas.
and you'll see
He's fucking the Loompas. They're children. It was right there. He just paints them orange. It's fucking house paint. That's why they look so old. You have to tell Joe Biden. Only Biden can stop this now. It's too big. He was on Epstein's plane. He's fucking the Loompas. R. Kelly named his album The Chocolate Factory because he knew. He knew about Wonka. Ah. So that's a that's a character that I was workshopping out in EDC. And the great thing about that character is I would just crawl into whatever room my friends were in and start doing that. Yes, characters, you're not a fucking moron. Listen, I think that's the fun thing about characters. Is that they're dumb. So yeah, those are the ones I worked on. Anyway, guys, needless to say, I had a fantastic time at EDC. It was really wonderful. I definitely needed it. If you've never been, it's really incredible. Did you catch Martin Garrix? His set was beautiful. Yeah, Martin Garrix was great. Best set of the weekend, though, bar none. Full stop. So between Coachella and EDC, which do you prefer this year? EDC by like a factor of 10. Fred again. Fred again, absolutely fucking. He was the special guest. He was not billed. And he showed up and he burnt the fucking house
Yeah,
down.
wow, that's very cool.
He.
Work RN, but at least I got Will back.
How much did you spend on water, Will? At least $150. I'll be honest. Fred again was insane. Absolutely insane. He played piano. He used a live drum kit.
Cool.
Why do
It
drugs
was
when
awesome.
The answer is always 42. JK do 42 drums.
Wow, that's very cool.
What's
I was
your
about to say the
top
same thing.
slash?
Fred again kicks ass. Yeah, Fred was really good. So who else was really good? I'm gonna be honest. Fisher's set was great. I didn't expect Fisher to kick so much ass, but he did. Zed was great. There were so many really good sets.
Oh yeah, wow. That's
Seven
If you
Lions.
like EDM, you should check out Jade Cicada. Loom
Jade
is a good
Cicada.
song.
Okay. I will check it out. How was Eric Pred's set? Eric Pred's set was not my favorite. I'll be honest. He went really, really fucking dark with it and super, super ambient. And he played like 3 songs over the course of like 40 minutes and then ended with like 2 really good songs, which was cool. It was like an hour-long build up to 2
That's
songs.
very cool.
But it was okay. Did you catch the drone with the butterfly net? What? Your opinions on the Furiosa 7-minute ovation news? I haven't even heard that yet. I'll be honest, no news has gone into my brain at all.
Oh yeah.
How about Zed announcing his next album with the drones? That was really fucking cool. It was really fucking cool. We'll wait for the drop at the beginning of EDC at the beginning of 11 minutes.
Yeah, wow.
I'm not going to listen to a bunch of house music right now. I'll be honest. I probably need to give my ears and my brain a little break. Well, this is interesting news. This isn't EDC, but this is a photo of Sydney Sweeney in a car. That's okay. That's fascinating. That's important. Okay. The Knicks lost. I did know that. Listen, guys, the Knicks had a fantastic season, and honestly, the Knicks didn't lose. All their players were hurt. I'll be honest. The Pacers didn't beat the Knicks. There were no more Knicks to play basketball. There were no more Knicks.
Wow, that's very cool.
There were no more Knicks to play basketball. All 5 starters were hurt. There were no more Knicks. It was just the New York
That's very
bench.
cool.
There was a single Knick left.
Oh, yeah.
There was one
Cool.
Knick on the court. It was the New York Knick. But yeah, shout out to the Pacers. I don't think they're going to do great against Boston, but you know, I still think New York had a great season and they were a lot of fun to watch. Wait, Deadmau5 caught the drone with a butterfly net? What the hell? He is so fucking funny. He is so fucking funny. He also put Grimes tweaking at Coachella in his set, which is the funniest fucking thing ever. He put her being like, math is hard.
Again.
My tempo is all fucked up. I'm sorry. Fuck! And then it went right into his song.
We look forward to not only spending time with you, but also spending time together, connected. Thank you for providing us with this bonding time.
No worries. No, thank you.
That's very cool.
Thank you. Thank you. And you know what else? Thank you for watching me today, even though I have no brain cells left. Truly no brain cells. It was degenerate. It was very degenerate. Your Instagram post sent me? Yeah, dude. Deadmau5 played a show the day after at Zook nightclub and literally just went up on stage and went like head down. Like, and then he went up and kicked his legs like this and just bent over.
Oh yeah, wow.
And like started crying.
9 months the
It
baby
was
do
so
anytime.
it was so funny. But the energy was so accurate. Everybody was fucking fried. NBA final predictions? Them T-Wolves is going to be hard to beat now, I'll be honest. Do you only like bigger festivals? I feel like the smaller ones are better for music. Yeah, for sure. I think I'm going to go to Portolo to see Disclosure and some acts like that. I'm pretty excited, but Um, after all the work you did, the Red Lobster gift cards they're still going bankrupt. Listen, let me just say an aside. I know you think I did work to save Red Lobster. I'm pretty sure we killed Red Lobster because I bought so many gift cards for you guys, a absurd amount of Red Lobster gift cards, and you all went and ate the endless shrimp buffet and caused like a national shrimp deficit, and that is probably what killed them. Because I know you guys all went in loaded for buckshot
Oh yeah, wow.
and
that's
just
cool.
fucking ate shrimp till you wanted to
Wow,
puke.
super cool.
We did contribute to their death. That was us. That is this community. We bankrupted the shrimp suppliers.
Oh yeah, wow. That's very cool.
Oh, God.
RIP Lobster.
R.I.P. Lobster. Cheddar Bay Biscuits. I smoked out of an apple and then went to Red Lobster. Yeah, that guy.
Oh, yeah, wow, that's very cool.
Were we not
CB is
supposed to?
sleepy. Was the Typhoid Mary of Red Lobster going bankrupt. Some 18-year-old kid in the kitchen was like, I can only fry so many shrimp. Who's this CB guy? Just grease splattering everywhere. Please.
Oh yeah, wow. That's very cool.
Well, have you ever thought about doing an Earl stream with Hassan and Austin where y'all catch predators using dating apps?
No.
Yeah, wow.
God,
When he
no.
dad's back from getting milk.
No, dude. What?
Oh yeah, wow. That's very
No.
Should have a shellfish allergy now from the amount of shrimp I consumed in a Baton Rouge Red Lobster.
Oh,
cool. Oh, yeah,
God.
wow, that's very cool.
Well, have you ever thought about a stream where you show whole?
Oh, no, I've thought about that. I'm going to EDC next year doing RV camping. How do you stay or what do you recommend? I mean, RV camping is great, but like, I'll be honest, campers are a different breed, yo. Because they don't sleep. Y'all leave at 7 a.m., you sleep for like 3 hours, and then the day parties start, and you're in the scorching sun the entire time. You got to be built diff. I recommend you sleep with earplugs. You're just mad I party harder than you? I mean, I'm not mad. I'm just
I'm
impressed.
a Neff fan.
I'm just impressed. Juggerblob, thank you. I mean, you're just built diffy. We were at the festival with some guy who didn't sleep the first 2 days. He left the festival day one, went to an after party, went to a day party, went back, and went day two. That's built diff. That's crazy. That's healthy? No. No, dude. No. Please. That was Marsh. That was not Marsh. But Marsh would have done it. Marsh was peer pressure Andy, bro. There were a few times that I wanted to tap out and he was like, oh, put some of this dirty dust in your nose, you stupid idiot. Like, please let me die. Let me die. Oh. Yeah, wait, you know that one sketch of... Wait, dude. This one. Wait, where the fuck is it? This was Marsh whenever I was like trying to go to bed this weekend right here.
What? Dude,
What are you doing? You need to come in here with your girls.
no, you're fucked up.
Vicky, it's your fucking birthday. You're being
Really not
so
my birthday.
fucking a drag right now.
I just want to chill. You're fucked
Vicky,
up.
this is your last night, as you
I
can
know.
do whatever you want.
I know. I don't want to do that though. No.
Vicky, come in here.
No.
I'm serious. Just take one bump.
No, I don't want
Just
to.
take one
Too
bump.
much.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
too
take
much.
one bump.
No, get that away.
What the
Get that away
fuck?
from me.
You're married tomorrow. Why are you already acting like you're married?
Good. I'm trying to be responsible.
We're doing all this in one bite.
Fuck.
You name one being. You name one point. In one point. Please. Oh my god. Out of genuine curiosity, why? How are you so cavalier with hard drugs, considering the addiction aspect of it? I'm not cavalier at all. I'll tell you that 100%. And obviously, I'm a comedian, so I'm embellishing to a certain degree. But I'm not cavalier at all. I test my drugs. I have been doing them for a long time. I don't recommend drug use to anyone else who isn't someone who is comfortable with that. And I would say that 98% of the year, I'm not doing drugs. The only drug I do consistently is mushrooms. And I use mushrooms to really like deal with my manic depression.
Wow, that's very
Best
I
spray video.
tried like everything, right? I tried therapy, meds, antidepressants, neuro mapping, so many things to deal with my brain, and nothing really worked. So I was recommended psilocybin mushrooms by a friend, and they really changed the way that I look at things and the way that I perceive things. So 90% of the time, if I say I'm doing drugs, I'm doing psilocybin mushrooms. I don't even really smoke weed. But like once or twice a year, if I go to a festival, I'll probably do some drugs. Again, this is not me saying that you should do drugs. This is not me saying that drugs are for everyone. They're certainly not. And if you're dealing with depression, I don't think psilocybin should be your first answer. I think it should be your last answer. In the same way that, like, if you have pain in your body, your first answer is an acupressure. But if you've exhausted every other option, you do that, right? So always remember, like, I'm a comedian, but
that's very cool.
on another level, I will say this. Admitting that I do drugs, I think is important in a way also, because I think there are a lot of people out there, they're going to lie to you about drugs, right? They're going to tell you that they're going to instantly kill you and they're dangerous and the world will, you know, just roll you if you ever do drugs, which I think is a total lie. And a lot of psychedelics honestly can broaden your perspectives in really amazing ways. And I'm typically not doing drugs that are just like stimulants or opiates. I don't fuck with those at all. I do psychedelics. And that's what I do. And I do them to broaden my perspective. And I'll be honest, a lot of times that I do psychedelics, like mushrooms, I will find answers to questions that I didn't even know I was answering or asking internally. And that is usually how I will pull myself out of like bad mental states, is I'll find these epiphanies where I'm like, damn, that makes a lot of sense. They'll put things in perspective. So everybody needs to blow off steam. If you know you have an addictive personality, don't do drugs ever. They're not for you. If you're someone who doesn't feel comfortable doing drugs, don't do them. Only do them if you can make it as absolutely safe as possible. Test your drugs. Do drugs with people who know what they're doing. Always start with really small amounts. You can always take more drugs. You can never take less. So that's what I would say. I hope you don't think that I am out here on like an anti-dare mission, like get out there and smoke meth. I'm truly a comedian who is just trying to make light of the situations in my life as well. I can't believe I got that out. Oh my God. But also bath salt? Have you ever just bought some scented bath salt from Bed Bath & Beyond and fucking smoked that out of a tire gauge? That's also pretty rad. Have you ever had any negative drug experiences? Yes, when I was not responsible with drugs. I think like you have to treat drugs with respect, because the thing about drugs is they work. If you treat them like they're something that you can just hodgepodge, it won't be good to you. If you're a mom in her 30s, are you too old to try shrooms? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You are definitely not too old. But I think if you are a settled person with a settled life, I would find a specific time to try mushrooms. I would put yourself in a situation where you are comfortable, where you are with someone who knows what they are doing, and let them babysit you and kind of see if the experience is for you. And know that if you try mushrooms at 30 with kids and you don't like it, move on. You don't have to push yourself and be like, oh, fuck. I'm 38 and just tried shrooms for the first time this weekend. Based. Let me know if I can ask this in the chat. How do you find reliable shrooms? I don't know where you are. So dox yourself, you fuck, and I'll tell you. No, I don't do that. Basically, mushrooms are really interesting. If you want to be absolutely safe, there are some interesting ways to do that. Mushrooms are decriminalized, so you can technically get a botany license or buy the spores under the guise of wanting to study some offshoot of botany and literally grow your own mushrooms. But that's usually a less safe way than finding like a trusted provider of them. But it is a decriminalized drug. So there isn't the same kind of taboo about asking about finding mushrooms that there are with some other drugs, where you basically increase your danger because they are so hard to find. Not true in every state. Careful. Are there still some states? I thought it was decriminalized in all the states and legal in some.
Spores legal in most states.
I
but
could be
growing
wrong.
Anything from them is less so.
There's a difference between being legal and being decriminalized, by the way. Those are two separate categories. I didn't say that they were legal. I said that they are decriminalized. Only in a few. It will be legal in California next year, I think. I mean, that's what's the difference? Okay, so if you remember the process that marijuana went through, marijuana was decriminalized before it was made legal. Legal means you can own it, possess it, walk around with it, do it, whatever. Decriminalized basically means that, like, if a cop finds you with it, they'll confiscate it. But you won't get in legal trouble for it unless you have like a ridiculous amount, unless you're like trafficking. Okay, here we go. Here is a map for shrooms. Fully illegal. I did not know it was still fully. Oh, it's decriminalized in this little speck right here. I did not know it was still illegal in so much of the country. So decriminalized, legal, decriminalized, 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 decriminalized. That's DC. That's interesting. I wonder why DC is decriminalized in just that one little spot. I do think that psilocybin will go on the same trend as marijuana very shortly, though. I'm going to tell you the God's honest truth why it probably hasn't is because Big Pharma sells billions of dollars of antidepressants every year, that then all of a sudden people would be able to grow those in their fucking house, and I don't know how they'd feel about that. Anyway, these are just my takes. I'm a fucking comedian. Don't listen to me. Don't fucking listen to me. Listen to professionals. This is just my experience. So are you microdosing daily? I don't really, I'm not a big microdoser, and here's why. I'm a very disorganized person. And I think when you're a disorganized person, professionals, yeah, like a mental health professional is who I would talk to. Microdosing requires a lot of organization and a lot of discipline that I just don't really have. And there's nothing worse than wanting to go to your job and trying to take a microdose and doing too much, and then just being like, oh God, I'm at my desk job and I'm fucking tripping. That's a bad feeling. That's a bad time. And also there's a lot of data that suggests like 1 or 2 macro doses a year kind of have the same effect as adjusting your sub-perceptual effects that you get from microdosing. It's really just a preference thing, though. Studies came out that microdosing doesn't really have the impact on mental health like some folks think. An actual trip does, however. There you go. I see you being responsible when saying you should try mushrooms, but try mushrooms last, but also there aren't that many great choices for antidepressant from big pharmas. Yeah, I also don't recommend that you rush to do a antidepressant. Antidepressants are very intense drugs. And just like any intense drug, you should treat it with a lot of respect. I'm just saying that you should talk to a mental health professional before you jump into self-medicating. There are a lot of great therapists, mental health professionals, really smart people out there that make this their life's work, and they will work with you and be a better guide than a guy who dies of self-suck once a month can probably be. That's all I'm saying.
Oh yeah, wow, that's very
Shai Halud fan, thank you. Yo, Willie, we got a lot of news tonight. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, listen, let me just say thank you for letting me be myself again. I had a really great time at EDC, and that only happens because I have this amazing community that supports me and pays me to try and be funny. I don't know if I'm funny. So thank you guys. I appreciate you so much. I'm sorry that there wasn't content for 4 days. I'm happy to be back. It is my joy to be here. Paprika is free on YouTube. I think we'll do that for movie night tomorrow, guys. So if you haven't been here before on Mondays, which it's not, we do a segment called All the News That's Fit to Print. And I know some of you are probably here for the first time or haven't been here on a Monday, and you're going, wow, news, that makes me want to not watch this. I fucking hate the news. And right you are. The news sucks. Fuck the news. Our news is basically all the worst stuff from around the world. Just stupid stories, the worst stories. And we cover all of those stories because they make us feel good. So we're going to jump into that in just a second. Don't forget, it's all our fault. Yes, it is. It is your fault as well. So after we do that, I think, Haas, you can correct me. I think we also have a new episode of
Hey, Will,
Alone.
did you ever follow Mr. Suicide Sheep on YouTube back in the day?
No.
He has a really fun short game, 30 minutes, on Steam called Sheepy A Short Adventure.
I know I've never followed him, and I don't know that. I might have to give that a try. What is this? Imagine being a Nintendo lawyer who needs to build a case against this. Well, let's take a look. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Wow. Now, BBL Mario. By the way, that soundtrack kind of went. Bop, 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 bay, bop, 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 bay. This movie is so good. Long Legs. Wait, how have you seen? Oh, this movie is gonna be so good. Okay, you haven't seen it yet.
You make me feel funny in my pants.
Oh, that's okay. Show hole. Terrence Howard on Joe Rogan. Okay, so I have seen Terrence Howard go down this road of like divine geometry where he's like,
your child, no,
fully fucking crazy. We can take a look at this before we get into the news. Hustle and Flow was a dope movie.
Nope. You're not going to get taller. I need you to stay just at 4 feet. That's the height. That's how high you can go. You will now be allowed to grow further. And we naturally keep growing and expanding out. So they have to allow that, but their math doesn't allow it because it believes in a two-dimensional space. And remember, there are no two-dimensional spaces because in order for anything to be perceived, it has to be measurable. And measurable needs 3 dimensions, but it actually needs 4. It needs your perspective. You are the 4th dimension, and that's what Walter Russell also talked about, that it was 4 things coming together, and that's what woke me back up, and I was like 4 bubbles meeting. But he still believed in the idea of straight lines. He was still hemmed in by it. And he's right, there becomes a cube sphere.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you right now, if this dude started talking to me at EDC, I would have understood. If my man found me at the Fred Again set, if Terrence Howard found me at the Fred Again set and started spitting this, I would have been like, damn, my bro's cooking right now. He cooking.
There comes a point where everything comes together, but even, hold on, I'm going to try and pull up.
Is it because that we can create straight lines that we get confused?
We can't create it because even when you look at it under an electron microscope, you'll see all the little curved dots that make it up. There are no straight lines. Like if you look at this.
Right, even in a box.
If you looked at this, you'll say, oh, that's a square right there. Right in the middle.
Sure.
You'll see that square happening right there.
Uh-huh.
But if you look at it from the side, from its real perspective, you see that it's not. The straight lines are an illusion.
This dude some sort of combination of Neil deGrasse Tyson and Jesse Pinkman from Breaking Bad.
Science, bitch!
Again, we are being fooled by our senses because there is no motion in a straight line. So all these homes that they're building, and they keep wondering, why do they keep blowing over? Why don't you make the homes look like a mushroom? Follow the curvature of nature, and you won't have to worry about rebuilding them in hurricane zones or in tornado zones. It'll go right over it. They don't make airplanes that's just a straight box. They've allowed.
Oh my God.
Allow your child.
I'm not gonna lie, that was with my brain in recovery mode, that was a lot. Oh my God. I'm just seeing the spots in between lines. I can't. What happened to my man, dude? First look at Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson in his A24 film, The Smashing Machine. Oh, it's about fighting. Okay,
He's literally describing the most basic concepts of a division of mathematics called topology. We studied this in like junior year of math for my theoretical math degree. It's
right.
Just geometry in dimensions past 3D.
Right. Right. But he's made it his entire personality. Here's The Rock in The Smashing Machine. So it's an MMA movie. Okay. Damn, he looks good. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are about an hour in, and as you know, I drink a lot of fucking water right before the stream. That's something that I do. Wait, T Swift in the MCU? Hold on, what the fuck? Taylor Swift has reportedly had a meeting with Marvel boss Kevin Feige to discuss a role in the MCU. What? Cutie and I might finally have an overlap in our interests? Dazzler, maybe? Damn.
Oh yeah, wow.
Interesting.
QT going wild right now.
Dude, I'll be honest. If you're going to get T Swift, why not give her a big role? Make her Jean Grey. Just say fuck it and ball. All right. I drink a full bottle of water before stream. I got to pee. I'm going to get another bottle of water, and then we're going to go to the news. All the news that's fit to print. I'll be back in about 30 seconds.
Oh yeah, wow. That's very cool. Oh yeah, wow. That's very cool.
Nefgorl.
Oh yeah, wow. That's very cool.
Assemble.
Wow, that's very cool.
Fort Mounts. Oh wow, that's very cool.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Fuck, I forgot. Okay. I forgot my phone. I got to order dinner. Let's do the news first. Fuck it. All righty, ladies and gentlemen. It is now time for all the news that's fit
Oh
to
yeah,
print.
wow. That's very cool.
I'm excited for this. It's been a minute.
Oh yeah, wow. That's very cool.
Hey Anchorman Nash, while you are doing the news, can you address the drama of you not showing Hole?
No, I'm sorry. I will not speak on the hole that has been shown or not shown or will be shown or will never be shown. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the news. All right, our first story comes from the world of animals, and we are looking at a pet gala. By the way, guys, this is not confirmed. This is not funny. This is just something that might happen that's very strange. My aunt is very big in the world of dog breeding and showing. And she is very big in the world of Scottish Terriers. And top Scottish Terrier breeder has become very ill and has a lot of dogs that they have to rehome. And we might have to shelter or foster some of these dogs coming up. And if maybe some of you were looking for a dog, if that happens, then we might have dogs for you. So I don't know anything about this situation. Other than that, she's asked for my help potentially. So I have no information for you right now. Do not message me about it. But no, in the future, we might be fostering some dogs that are looking for a new home. So we will see. All right, on to the news.
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
I've officially started to get my news from you instead of Hassan.
Well, that's smart because if you didn't, you'd miss this important story. Glam Dogs recreate the 2024 Met Gala's most iconic looks for the Pet Gala. Let's take a look. This soundtrack, dude. Oh my God. The Cardi B Westie absolutely serving cunt. Oh my goodness. They didn't even get the suit's color right. Are you telling me this dog is supposed to be a Hemsworth? Come on. Okay, this one's not bad. Wow. Ooh, Shakira, Shakira. Wow, serving. The Bad Bunny multi-poo. Cunt. Wow. Nicki Minaj. They just fucking glued flowers. It's just, they're just flowers from a Dollar General that are hot glued on his vest. Incredible. Nailed the look. Slay. The Ed Sheeran dog. Wow. Cinema. It's called Fashion, honey. Okay, this... Holy shit. Someone call the doctor. Oh my God, he's serving. Oh, this is awesome. This is what the news is all about, baby. Wow. That was big. Look at these dogs. Daffodil the dog and Jennifer Lopez. I mean, this is big. This is big for us. Holy. I don't know where Haas finds these stories, but they're good. All right. Cats playing with robots proves a winning combo. Well, I like robots. And I'm certainly here for cats. Oh, God, it's a reading story. Let me see if I can adjust my eyes. Cats and robots are a winning combination, as evidenced by all those videos of kitties riding on Roombas. And now we have Cat Royale, a multi-species live installation in which 3 cats regularly played with a robot over 12 days, carefully monitored by human operators, created by computer scientists from the University of Nottingham in collaboration with artists from a group called Blast Theory. The installation debuted at the World Science Festival at Brisbane, Australia last year and is now a touring exhibit. The accompanying YouTube video series. All right, let's take a look. Oh yeah, baby, this is what we came for.
Artificial intelligence has been around for decades, but it's definitely having a moment right now. From Tesla to ChatGPT, it's clear that AI is changing our world in profound ways. Cat Royale is a new work from Blast Theory that explores whether AI can make us happier.
Huh.
The artists have made a utopia for cats, an ideal world where every possible comfort and luxury is provided for them. This is Pumpkin, Clover, and Ghostbuster.
Great name for a cat.
For the next 12 days, they will spend 6 hours a day here relaxing, eating, and exploring.
Okay.
A team of experts in cat behaviour are keeping an eye on them to ensure they are safe and sound.
What does a cat utopia have to do with the robot, though?
In the centre of the room is a robot arm
Ah.
connected to a computer vision system and an AI that offers games to each cat.
Oh. Oh!
The system attempts to measure which games the cats like in order to increase their happiness.
Oh.
Right.
My brain is so fucking fried. I went, oh.
Right outside the walls of
Oh!
their utopia is our control centre. This is where our team of experts have full control over the games suggested by the artificial intelligence,
Oh.
where our vision mixer selects the footage in real time, and where our dedicated cat welfare officer is observing the cats.
Wow.
This is Cat Royale.
Hey Will, thanks for keeping me up to date on the important news.
Thank
I
you.
always feel so informed.
Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't.
Will we get a self-suck tutorial so we may also use it to get time off work?
Listen, I am not. I simply will not teach you that. I can only show you the door. You have to open it on your own. Yeah, how would you know about Cat Royale if it wasn't for me? Getting familiar.
Outside of Cat Royale, Clover, Pumpkin, and Ghostbuster live with Ed in London.
I ordered some 5-inch heels, thigh highs to wear at a Ren fair next month, but have never worn heels before. Any tips? Wear them before. Wear them before the Ren fair. For the love of God, do not raw dog 5-inch heels at a Ren fair. Oh my God. You got to get used to them.
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
How do I apply to be one of these cats?
True. You got to go heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe. Good posture will help a lot too.
When we're not filming, the cats spend the rest of their time outside of the environment, living with Ed in the Blast Theory studio. This is Ghostbuster.
Yeah.
He's 4 years old. Ed says Ghostbuster has a supersonic meow that can convince anyone to give him the attention he deserves. This is Pumpkin. He's 3 years old. Ed says that he loves snuggling under his favourite blanket and finding cubby holes to sleep in. And this is Clover.
Wrong? Toe, heel, always? Oh, hell no. You've never walked in heels.
She's also 3 years old. According to Ed, Clover is an acrobat cat. She loves treating any room like an agility course. Pumpkin and Clover are siblings. And Ghostbuster is their dad. He checks in with the family often, cuddling up with Clover for a short nap, and even supervises playtime to make sure everything's in order. There are 36 toys and around 60 games that the artificial intelligence
This
can
is
offer the
so
cats.
cozy.
Pumpkin and Clover
Oh.
took turns with the feather game today. Ghostbuster wasn't that bothered, but the young ones came back again and again. The cats loved a lot of the games, but they also had time for some good old-fashioned play fights.
This
At
is
the end
me
of
if
the
you give me
day,
a PSP.
the AI offered a satisfying snack, and the whole family
I want this room in my house. The cat room.
rushed to get stuck in. Is it best for the cats if the AI learns that they love snacks and offers more and more of them?
No.
Tune in tomorrow to see what happens next in Cat Royale.
No, this is a
Highlights will be
series?
at 8 p.m. UK time. See you then.
This is a series? Stop.
Can AI make cats happier? Every day, Clover, Pumpkin, and Ghostbuster spend a few hours inside this utopia.
Okay,
for
listen. I respect what they did here, and it's very cool. But at the same time, Could more snacks make the cats happier? Gee, you think? Jesus Christ, man. You don't need AI to tell you that. That's the illness speaking. Could playing with the cats make them more happy? It's like, huh?
Cats. Their every need is catered for, and an expert in cat behaviour watches over them. An artificial intelligence offers games for the cats using a robot arm,
Lisa, now
and a
get.
computer vision system
We got some
hunters who
alone
generally
tonight.
catch small prey. With no other source of food, they can make up to 20 kills
We get some alone tonight? I think there's a new episode, yeah.
a day.
Oh. Dude
We
spent
know cats love
100K to
games
tell
where
us
they get to
nothing.
mimic finding, stalking, capturing, and killing their prey. Many owners play these games with their cats. Is it possible that prey games from a robot are more fun for a cat because the human element is removed? Without the distraction of a human, are they able to focus more on their prey? Ghostbuster certainly enjoyed playing with the feather spinning toy today. He mimicked a kill when dragging the toy off its tray.
Okay. All right. Listen, it's a very cool art exhibit, and it's super cozy. I just don't know if we need those answers. Okay, here's our next very important story. Raccoon spent a record-breaking 161 seconds on a Major League Soccer field. Okay.
Field. Oh, now he's had enough. He needs a breather.
Pedro, 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 Pedro,
Ball because he's
Pedro, 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 Pedro.
Oh, wow. This is just incredible scenes.
This
I don't
dude
think
is
I've ever seen
zooted.
anything quite as bizarre as this, particularly given the amount of time he's remained on the field as well.
Yeah, this is how you clear out a party.
Well, we've got all sorts of staff members here at Subaru Park that are now bringing out the trash cans.
Wow, he's got the device. This is this is the pinnacle in raccoon tech catching tech right here.
Try and capture the animal.
Oh, wow.
Well, this is...
Dude, why did he do big boy hands when he was pulling up on him? Like he did like the toddler big boy hands, like a baby trying to get its balance.
Well, this is entertainment of its own kind, isn't it?
And you thought Messi matches had pitch invaders.
Well, here we go. The raccoon now manoeuvring away from several of...
Pedro, 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 Pedro. Dude, do you hear the crowd going absolutely wild? That is the best thing about a sports audience is 20 to fucking 50% of them are probably absolutely tanked already, even though it's only 21 minutes into the game. Probably thousands of people are absolutely rip shit drunk and they're like, Raccoon, let's fucking go.
Gonna do.
This goalkeeper is like, can we just play soccer?
Oh, he's going in.
Up. Pedro, 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 Pedro.
Evading even more.
Happy Tuesday.
Thank you.
The individuals
Hope you're
trying
doing
to
well tonight.
capture
I'm doing great. Thank you.
four of people around him, and still the raccoon goes on.
Oh, what a move. What a break from the raccoon there.
At what point are we just rooting for him?
Oh!
Nearly got away. Go on, raccoon.
Oh!
You can get out. Don't hurt him.
Oh!
They got the raccoon. Early and major.
Jesus Christ. Poor raccoon. He was just trying to play. He was just trying to play.
I'm a stud. I'm boss.
Ooh,
I don't take no shit from
daddy.
anyone.
I do not know about AI doing it, but when I play with myself, I feel better.
Oh yeah,
What?
wow, that's very cool.
Lesson 3.
You guys want a little leak? You guys want a little leak, Joe? You guys want a little leak? A little exclusive that no one else will see except for the people here? Any leakers? You guys know how we have Rust Kingdoms this week? You guys want to see my exclusive item that you'll get if you watch my stream for 2 hours that no one has seen yet, that is still in its rough development? Boom, baby. Look at that, bro. The Church of the Blood God coat. That looks sick. That's so tight.
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
Let's fucking go.
Let's fucking go. Is it a bag? No, it's a jacket. That looks so sick. It looks very tight. I'm very excited about it. Is Wobbles coming back? If I have anything to do with it, yep. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have more freaking news to get to. I've been distracted. Oh, guys, I really have been distracted. I'm so sorry. Hang on one second. They asked for this. 1 second. We have a new sponsor, actually.
Yeah, wow, that's very cool.
Show
Really excited. Ladies and gentlemen, our new sponsor,
Wow, that's very cool.
Bird Milk, pulled out because of some questionable behavior by chat, but now we are brought to you by Rat Bread. Enjoy all the flavor
That's very cool.
of
Be easy rated
normal
Tier
bread
1 sub to
with
user.
all the textural satisfaction of a full-grown adult rat. So thank you to our new sponsor, Rat Bread. Yeah, go and make sure you check it out in your local grocery store. We're only sponsored by the most quality products here, so thank you, Rat Bread. I spent a lot of money at EVC. Okay, the water bottles were very expensive, so you got to do what you got to do. All right. Speaking of, there was a giant food recall in Japan. Rat parts found in sliced white bread in Japan, sparking a recall. Haas, I told you to cut this story. This is not in line with Rat Bread and what they want from us. We can't actually discourage the selling of or packaging of a grain product with rat parts because that's essentially what our sponsor does. But I'll read this anyway. A major Japanese food supplier has recalled more than 1,000 packs of a popular brand of sliced white bread after rat parts were found inside some loaves. Rat parts. The latest scare adds to a raft of food security scandals plaguing Asia's second biggest economy, which has a long-standing reputation of reliability in its food exports. In a statement on Wednesday, Pasco Shikishama Corporation said that it was investigating how parts of a small animal found its way into 2 packets of sliced bread, adding that no one has fallen sick so far after consuming the product. You hear that, chat? Rat parts in bread aren't going to make you sick. brought to you by the good people at Rat Bread. They were found inside a batch of white choku bread, or super fermented bread, known for its extra chewy texture, manufactured by a factory based in Western Tokyo Prefecture, according to the company. We will recall the products below that were produced on the same factory line and halt the line in question. In the meantime, to determine the cause of the implement countermeasures. It's countermeasures. It said in the statement, adding that the recall involves some 104,000 packs. We express our sincere gratitude for your exceptional choice of our product. It said the recalled product is not sold overseas. A company spokesperson told CNN, white bread is a staple for many Japanese people when they feel like a Western-style meal, or yoshiku, an alternative to traditional Japanese food. Founded in 1920, Founded in 1920, Pasco is a major supplier of baked goods that employs more than 3,700 staff at 12 factories across the country. The recall is not the only food scare to have hit Japan in the recent years. In March, Japanese health authorities ordered the withdrawal of 3 dietary supplements produced by Kobayashi Pharmaceuticals, a major drug market, following the deaths of several users. More than 100 others were hospitalized. Late August, food supplier Warabe Nichio disclosed 2 instances of cockroaches being found inside their rice balls sold at 7-Eleven convenience stores. Some of the fast food chains selling the country's famous beef rice bowls and sushi were also subject to what was dubbed food terrorism. What the fuck? Pranks carried out by people licking shared soy sauce bottles or eating communal ginger with the used chopsticks. Pasco's recall has drawn a... Eating ginger with chopsticks was called food terrorism. Pasco's recall has drawn a flurry of comments on social media from patrons torn between their love of the company's product and shock from the discovery. Our one affected customer wrote on X, I was thinking whether I should put it in the freezer for the expiration date when I got the news. I used to like the Chochuku the best. Some took sarcastic aim at the company by referencing an advertisement for the bread. The 15-second commercial released months ago featured a family excitingly declaring their love of good toast as breakfast, accompanied by a voiceover saying, "We put nothing unnecessary in it." Oh, man. Well, the folks at Rat Bread are committed to providing bread with pieces of rats in them. So, I don't know what Japan is talking about, but I love a good piece of rat bread. All right, our next story, Mormons attacked by crickets.
They're not aggressive toward people. They don't last forever, but they are gross and annoying. We're talking about Mormon crickets. They're out again this year in full force in northern Nevada and even some parts of Utah.
We emphasize gross, don't we?
Gross, yes.
News specialist Debbie Worthen spoke with a TikToker tonight whose video of the bugs is going viral. And Debbie, what'd she have to say?
Well, Mike and Deanie, she said that they're worse than they've ever been the last few years where she lives in northern Nevada. And she's concerned that they'll just get worse as the summer goes. And the rest of the conversation, well, it'll make your skin crawl.
Like, it's disgusting. It feels like you're stepping on like a frog or something. Like, it just, you can feel their like shell break.
Why do you know what it feels like to step on a frog?
The buzzing coming from outside Kyra.
Oh my
Nevada home.
God.
Electricity.
Oh my God.
Gross.
What?
It's millions.
This is a plague of locusts.
Of bugs, crickets, Mormon crickets.
Wait, Mormons, you're the religious ones. You know what this is. God is pissed.
They got their name from pioneer days when the bugs nearly destroyed the settlers' crops here in Utah.
They'll jump on you, and they have like little tiny, I don't even know. They feel like claws, but it's like they're
Bro, it's so bad. I have genuine PTSD from this shit. Shouldn't they like catch them and make them into protein? You know?
grippers. And when those get on your skin, it's pretty disgusting.
Adam says the bugs aren't just creepy, they stink.
It smells like rotting.
Stink?
Like a rotting smell.
They move in and they decimate people's crops.
Robert Hogard is the director of plant industry with the Utah.
Why are there so many? Why are there so many? And why did she call their feet grippers?
Department of Agriculture and Food.
They'll just eat the alfalfa down to nothing, or they'll eat the wheat down to nothing.
He says they can destroy crops, but a huge outbreak in the Salt Lake Valley would be very rare because there's not a lot of farmland here now. But that didn't stop the crickets from chewing on anything they could find in the early 2000s.
They were chewing on people's wood siding on their homes.
For Kyra, even if they aren't chewing on her home, they are surrounding it. She says like something out of a post-apocalyptic movie.
Literally feels like some end times type stuff.
Oh, God.
Now, Hogard says the crickets are on a 15 to 20-year cycle, so we could see them here in Utah in the next few years.
Oh, Sheldon, thank you.
They have shown up this year already in Grouse Creek and in Jensen, but mostly they're under control. Back to you.
You're right, Debbie. The gross out factor is very high.
Oh, that's a
on that one.
plague.
Thanks.
Mormons, what did you do? All right, next story. Escaped cockatiel rescued from 6-story window ledge. Okay, let's take a look. Duluth Fire Department rescues pet bird from high-rise building. The Duluth Fire Department to the rescue. A pet bird ended up in an unlikely spot and needed some help. Nia, a gray, white, and green colored cockatiel, got free from her home and decided to hang out on a 6th-story windowsill at St. Luke's Hospital. After a frantic search, the owner spotted the bird and called Duluth Fire Department for assistance. The Duluth Fire Department arrived at the scene with Tower 1, a 2020-piece Aero XT fire truck with a mid-mount 100-foot ladder. They extended to the 6th floor with 2 firefighters and a bird cage in the bucket. Nia was eventually coaxed into the cage and safely returned. Wait, she's a fucking bird. Can it just fly? There is a 9-minute video. Why is there a shirtless man in the street? Wait. There goes my hero. Watch him as he goes. There goes my hero. He's ordinary. Why is this a 9-minute video? This is so stupid. Okay, we got to get the interview.
So I had the option of trying to shoot little tiny crab apples at him with a slingshot, or the fire department, and I thought we'll try the fire department first. And they let me go up the ladder. God bless them. I told them I wouldn't hold them responsible for any stupid things that I did. And the ladder was close enough to the branch so that I could just reach up, and Twerpy climbed onto my finger, and then he very quickly went over to my shoulder, and I just backed down the ladder. I was a little concerned for the high wind as we were coming down, but he hung on for dear life. And so now we get to go home and have a reunion, and he can get bored in his cage again. And
Yay. Happy ending.
So we had a
Wait, read the line above the video. This isn't the first time the Duluth Fire Department has done a cockatiel rescue. Back in 2012, they rescued Twerpy the cockatiel. Wait, what? Stop. This is a different instance. This is a separate cockatiel. How often are they doing this? It turns out Twerpy was afraid of heights. The pet bird would fly up to a spot like a shelf and need help getting back down. So when the owners found the bird in the tree, they called the Duluth Fire Department. Wow. 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 All right. Anime series leads to raccoon crisis in Japan. Tokyo battles surge of destructive raccoons that went from pet to pest. Having won the battle to tackle Tokyo's population of giant ravenous cows, the city's authorities are now embroiled in an even tougher campaign to rein in another animal menace, the North American raccoon. The number of raccoons caught in the city's capital has increased fivefold over the past decade, according to media reports, amid concerns about the damage the animals are inflicting on the local ecosystem. Municipalities in Western Tokyo have responded by setting traps and launching hotlines for residents who spot crop damage or witness the animals entering their homes. The omnivores are not native to Japan, where there are 156 species on the Environmental Ministry list of invasive alien creatures that also include black bass, fire ants, and snapping turtles. The raccoon population soared after those that were kept as pets were abandoned or escaped and then flourished in the wild. The Mainichi Shimbun report. Oh, this is the fucking newspaper from Tokyo Vice. Their populations as pets have been attributed to a 1970 TV anime, Rascal the Raccoon, which reportedly led to a surge in imports of the animals. They are not to be confused with tenaki, or raccoon dogs, indigenous animals that feature in Japan's folklore and have been believed to bring good fortune. Okay, this animal is dope. The raccoons are mostly found in hilly areas on the western fringes of metropolitan Tokyo, where they are causing widespread crop damage. Local authorities are facing an uphill battle to keep raccoon numbers under control. The animals are not only prestigious breeders, they are also quick to adapt to uneven or unfamiliar environments. A total of 1,282 raccoons were caught in Tokyo in the fiscal year ending in April 2023, according to the metropolitan government, compared with the 259 a decade earlier. The animals' proliferation is being reflected in the havoc they cause in rural areas, where they have caused more than $450 million yen in fiscal 2022. The farm ministry said, adding that fruit and vegetables and livestock were the most common targets. Okay, and there's apparently a video that goes with this. Let's take a look about the raccoon problem.
Our next problem species is possibly the most famous invasive species in Japan, and it is the raccoon. Now, just like the koipu, the raccoon has been introduced into many countries around the world and is a massive problem in Central Europe and, of course, Japan. One of the main reasons why the raccoon is such a successful invasive species is simply because it's so intelligent and so good at adapting.
Nice.
Raccoons do very well both in the wild and in urban areas, and once they become established, they're very hard to get rid of. The raccoon was first introduced into Japan in the late 50s and early 60s, but the vast majority of them were introduced in the late 70s. This was after the release of the anime series Rascal the Raccoon, and after seeing this, many people wanted a raccoon of their own. After the release of Rascal the Raccoon, around 1,500 raccoons were imported as pets each year. Some of these pets were either discarded or escaped, and they can now be found in 42 of the 47 prefectures. These raccoons have proven to be a massive negative impact on both the ecosystem and the economy, as it's estimated that raccoons cause around 30 million yen of agricultural damage on Hokkaido alone. These raccoons also directly feed on many of the native creatures, such as the native snakes and amphibians. As I'm sure many of you Americans know, they also go through people's garbage, and they're known to spread diseases to the native mammals. Because a lot of the raccoon population in Japan are found around cities, it can be very hard for the native species to fight back. Not many large predators can be found in cities, but there is one native creature that's very at home in urban areas. The Japanese raccoon dog also goes by the name of tanuki and is a canid endemic to Japan.
Those are so sick. We should import and release them as an invasive species in the United States.
Though it has raccoon in its name, it's not closely related to the raccoon, and it's thought to have got this common name because of the markings on its face. The tanuki is a very important animal when it comes to Japanese culture and folklore, and they're often seen as a very good creature to have around. Tanuki are reputed to be mischievous and jolly, and in Japanese folklore they are also seen as masters of disguise, shapeshifting, but are also sometimes gullible and absent-minded. These animals are relatively common in Japanese art, and this is especially the case when it comes to statues. If you've been to Japan, you've probably seen plenty of tanuki.
Why do they have nips? Wait, why do they have nips?
Statues, as they're often placed outside of shops and restaurants. These tanuki statues are a symbol of good luck and fortune, and are usually quite cute
gigantic
until you look below
balls?
the waist.
Wait, what?
Because the raccoon and tanuki are around the same size, the tanuki will not target the raccoon
Wait,
directly.
look below the waist. Is that his nutsack?
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
Hi, Will. Hope you're well. Don't forget to show hole this weekend for the National Hole Showing
Oh,
Festival.
for sure. Thank you. Haas, you really buried the lead on this one. Why is this thing depicted with a nutsack it can throw over its fucking shoulder? What the hell? My man's got very heavy naturals.
Common in Japanese art.
Good to be back.
This is especially the case when it comes to statues. If you've been to Japan, you've probably seen plenty of tanuki statues, as they're often placed outside of shops and restaurants. These tanuki statues are a symbol of good luck and fortune, and are usually quite cute until you look below the waist. Because the raccoon and tanuki are around the same size, the tanuki will not target the raccoon directly, but instead they can help to control their numbers by competing with them. Both of these mammals are found in the same habitats, and are in the same ecological niche. The tanuki is also at home in cities.
What was your state of mind when you found out the Knicks lost Game 7? I mean, everybody was hurt, man. I didn't think they were going to win. When Brunson was hurt and Hart was hurt and everybody else was hurt, I was like, yeah, they don't have a chance. They had a really good season. They just lost to injuries.
Goes, it will have to compete with the tanuki. Over the years, the introduction of the raccoon has had a negative impact on the tanuki's numbers, but if the tanuki wasn't around, the raccoon numbers in Japan would be a lot larger. And even though the tanuki cannot directly take down the raccoon, at least it does play a very small role in controlling their numbers. For our final problem species, we...
What are you linking, Haas? What is this? Is this tanuki nutsacks? What the fuck? What? Did they just fly with their nutsack? and then use it to ground pound on those cops and then get police brutality done to their balls like cock and ball torture? What the hell? What? All right, we're going to do one more story and then I'm going to order some dinner. Obese monkey called Godzilla eats all day. Hell yeah.
has stopped working.
What does that mean? Sorry, my brain isn't activating. What did that mean? This poor monkey. Will.exe has stopped working. Is that an emote? Read the headline I sent for this. A morbidly obese monkey named Godzilla has died after eating himself to death despite shedding weight at a fat camp. Haas, I didn't want to know he died. He's so smooth. Oh, that's sad. Another pod of orcas sink 50-foot yacht. All right, here's one back for the animals, baby.
It's the kind of heart-stopping wildlife encounter sailors dread. Killer whales ramming boats, at times breaking the rudders, leaving the boats unsteerable, or worse, sinking them. And now it's happened again. The crew of the 50-foot Albaran Cognac sailboat calling for help early Sunday, a few miles from the Strait of Gibraltar in Moroccan waters, saying orcas damaged the rudder and the yacht was taking on water. The crew rescued, the boat sank. The same pod of orcas have been toying with boats off the Atlantic coast of Spain, Portugal, and France since 2020.
Thank you, Too Funky for me.
100 encounters, sinking at least 5 boats.
Sailors call this attacks, and biologists don't call it attacks because we don't know why they're doing it. One hypothesis is that this is some kind of
that they fucking hate boats.
Playfulness. They swim over, they play with the rudders, and then they leave again.
Orcas, the largest member of the dolphin family, can grow up to 32 feet long and weigh 6 tons, living as long as 90 years.
Insurance fraud?
This
Interesting
particular
take.
pod is critically endangered, and scientists say returns to the same area every year looking for bluefin tuna. Marine conservation group Ocean Care stressing we do not believe that the orca's behavior is any form of revenge or a deliberate attack on people.
Ocean Care is going, please don't kill any more orcas than you already do. Please. Please do not kill the orcas any more than we already have.
Experts think the orcas may actually be teaching each other how to break boat rudders.
When this started, it was only 3 of the orcas in this small population.
Good for orcas, man. Fuck your yachts.
That had this peculiar behavior. Now more than half the individuals in the population is doing it.
Spanish Maritime Rescue now telling sailors to steer clear of the area from April to August, stay close to the coast, and don't try to harm the animals.
So, Kelly, what do experts think about why this has been happening in this particular region?
Well, they're not completely sure, but marine biologists do say that this behavior has only been seen in this pod, in this specific area. And the pods often develop their own unusual behaviors, or fads as they call them, and then drop them just as quickly. They compare the behavior to a dog playing with a ball. Just so happens that this pod is still very interested in playing with boat rudders for a 4th year in a row. Now, these animals are protected.
They ain't playing.
So it's illegal to hurt or harass them, but it's become such an issue, Savannah, that the sailing community now has a website to log these encounters and also give advice on how to stay safe. Savannah.
Yeah, maybe stay away. All right.
Wow. All right.
Kelly, thank you.
I gotta grab my cell phone and pee so I can order some dinner. I will be back in 30 seconds. Guys, I'm ordering some dinner. Bap, bap. Bap, bap. Gotta get some curry. That's my shit. So hungry. Driving back from Vegas is kind of a lot.
Found the hardest mission impossible.
2 seconds.
Jesus fucking, you're already sheesh.
Okay. All right. Sorry about that, guys. Hungry from our drive home. All right, back to all the news that matters. Here we go. What up, gamer? Just chilling. You know what it is. Going through all the news that's fit to print. God, I don't even know the name of our own segments. Okay, we're moving on to our world record roundup. Let's fucking go. Every week we look at these and they're always terrible. On this Longlegs trailer. Yeah, I'll watch the new trailer after all the news that's fit to print.
In 2019, the record for most consecutive basketball free throws by a humanoid robot was achieved. The robot managed an incredible 2020
Found the hardest Mission Impossible collab? I'll take a quick look at this. Hold on. Mission Impossible original cast and crew promo Apple jacket. What a weird crossover. That is pretty hard, though. That kind of goes nuts. Okay, back to the world records.
shots. This record is unbelievable. Alistair achieved the longest marathon drumming by an individual, performing for over 150 hours.
What? Dude, look at my guy's face. He is dead on the inside. This man is dead. Holy.
He made this attempt to raise awareness of pancreatic cancer and also in memory of his late partner. His efforts raised over £25,000 for 2 pancreatic cancer.
Damn, good for him.
Support charities.
150 hours is nuts.
David Rush is back once again to break more records. Check out how quickly he can topple 10 targets using a water pistol.
Fucking David Rush. This guy has all the worst records.
He also reclaimed a previous record of his. Alongside Seth Lemons, he managed 7,827 consecutive passes of a giant inflatable ball, beating the previous record by over 3,000 passes.
Wow.
Later in the video to see more records that David has broken this week. This
Wow.
Day, we celebrated X-Men Day. Check out this amazing X-Men memorabilia collection from superfan Eric, whose collection
Didn't Cutie get a world record? Yeah, fastest cookie bake, I think, right?
of 400 items makes it the largest collection of X-Men memorabilia.
That's actually pretty sick.
Monday was also International Hummus.
There's just a guy fucking facing hummus? Come on, dude. Is this just a guy fucking absolutely obliterating hummus?
Day. Check out Andrei Ortov managing to eat 25.6 ounces of...
Wait. We got an update. Fox on the Run. I don't know if you remember this, but I am the guy who had a movie night with the girl last time you streamed, and you recommended watching Memories, and we did just that. I made no moves during the movie, and she fell asleep on my shoulder that night, so I didn't move, and then carried her to my bed, during which she woke up a bit, but I slept on the couch, so she was super embarrassed about falling asleep. Well, that was very gentlemanly of you. So, did she like the movie, or because she sounds like she fell asleep?
hummus in just 1 minute. Let us know in the comments if you reckon you
On your next date, eat hummus like this. Try and break this record. Do this couple bonding. She'll be really into it.
could eat more. And what would you dip in it? Just look at the size of this baguette at over 450
Just look at the size of this baguette.
feet in length. It's longer than a soccer pitch.
Favorite segment memories? The racing
Man
one.
managed to spend over 100 minutes in direct full-body contact with
Oh.
He did it to help raise
Oh, that looks horrible.
awareness of the DKMS Foundation. It's a charity that helps individuals with blood cancer. This video game console collector has managed to connect a total of 444 consoles to a single TV.
What?
Starting from the Magnavox Odyssey, released in 1972, all the way to the brand new PlayStation 5 Slim.
440 consoles to one TV. How?
Alejandro managed to complete a muscle-up weighted at 103.06.
That is actually crazy. This is actually wild.
That's roughly the same weight as 2 bags of dog food, a punch bag, or a baby hippo.
Dude, the sound effects in this video are actually fucking me up.
Arun Kumar can manage to drink 1 litre of water in 26.14 seconds, all while being suspended upside down. That isn't the only method he seems to use to drink water, as he also holds the record
Oh, wow.
the fastest time to drink 1 litre of water whilst doing a handstand.
Did you already do the
These two
EDC
friends set the
recap?
Yeah, I did that when I started, but it was really excellent. I had so much fun, and Fred again was my favorite act. If you have any other specific questions, I'll answer them
Chase
later
your
in stream
dreams,
for
chat.
sure.
Record for most consecutive tandem knuckle push-ups.
Oh.
They trained for months to set the record together.
Austin
Wanting to
Show
create
and
a
I should
legacy
do
for
that.
their children.
Dude, the guy who is on top has such an easier job than this guy. This guy has to be the GOAT.
Last week, we asked you how many matches were lit with a nunchaku in 1 minute. The correct answer was 48. Congratulations to these smart commenters for guessing correctly. This week, we're asking you, how long can this man hula hoop in the abdominal plank position? Guess.
How long can this man hula hoop in the abdominal plank position?
Under the pinned comment for a chance to be featured in next week's episode. The records keep flying in for David Rush. Check out how many vinyl records he can smash in just 30 seconds. David and Michael Beecham teamed up to break the record for most consecutive behind-the-back flying disc catches. Let us know in the comments if you believe you and a friend could catch more.
Can people just make up records, or do they actually have categories for all these?
72, the duo caught here. Stephen broke a record that every golfer would dream to take part in. He managed to complete the fastest time to play a round of golf on 6 continents. He played
Wait, on 6 continents? How the fuck does that work?
courses in Australia, UAE, Morocco, Spain,
Next one
Colombia,
is stand-up
and the
push-ups
USA.
with one dude
I
being
wonder if this
inside
record
the
will
other.
help him
You and
improve on his
Austin
12
could def get
handicap.
the record for that one.
Chirac has been busy setting more nunchaku records. He managed the most figure of 8s with a nunchaku in 30 seconds, whilst also setting the record for most nunchaku triangle strikes in 1 minute. Both records were previously held by the impressive Mohammed Rashid. Let's see if he responds and tries to reclaim these records. Serial record breaker Brendan Kelby has added
Serial record breaker. Serial thriller.
another record to his collection. He managed 107 touches of a baseball with alternating sides of the hand in only 30 seconds. It took just over 10 seconds for Mason to solve a 2x2x2 rotating puzzle cube whilst juggling.
That is wild. My dude is dialed.
Check out this impressive confetti display by a school from Perth, Australia. It featured over 2,000 confetti cannons launched simultaneously.
Wow. So many microplastics and waste.
Marcelo lasted 1 minute and 5 seconds L sitting on parallel bars whilst carrying a 100-pound pack. That breaks his own record by 3 seconds, which he set back in 2021. That's all for this week. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe to ensure you never miss an episode of Records Weekly. Until next time, bye.
Wow. As always, the records really, really, really push our news over the top. Very important stuff from Guinness. Let me tell you. Wait, gathering of... Oh my God, the gathering of Kyles happened. Did they set the record?
Hundreds of men and women with the same name wearing the same shirt make their way to Lake Kyle Park Saturday afternoon.
Wait. There's a second part to the date that... Okay. She came back on the next day unannounced and kissed me as soon as she was inside. I actually thought she forgot something or did something wrong. We talked for 4 to 5 hours after that, and she stayed over for dinner, which I cooked. And yeah, the movie was awesome for her.
Wow, that's very cool.
Anyway, you can be the best man at my wedding if she believes. Hell yeah, dude. Let's go. Hell yeah. Dude, every time I've suggested a movie for a date, it's been locked in.
For the gathering of Kyles on a mission to make history.
Kyle's rock, man. We're about love my.
This is the most quintessential Kyle I've ever seen in my life. Kyle's rock, bruh. Kyle's. No drywall is safe. My name's Kyle. That's Kyle over there. That over there is Kyle. I bet that guy's Kyle. He looks like a Kyle.
Love my Kyles.
Woo! As of 2017, Kapres, a town in Bosnia and Herzegovina, holds the title for the largest gathering of people with the same first name, with nearly 2,300 people named Ivan, according to Guinness World Records.
Boo! Fuck the Ivans! Boo! Kyle! Kyle! There's no way they were chanting. Lazan Al Gaib.
In 2023, nearly 1,500 people named Kyle attended the gathering in the city of Kyle. The city did not break the record that year or this year.
Oh, no, they didn't break the record? Fucking Ivans, bro. Oh, yeah, it's that time of month. Thank you so much. Thanks to everybody for supporting tonight. I appreciate you. A lot of subs tonight, guys. Thank you so much.
This year, the official count was about 750. So we're all saying we're going to contact at least 2 Kyles and bring them with us.
The gathering was a part of the Kyle Fair Extravaganza.
The Kyle Fair.
Bringing out local vendors, entertainment, men, women, and children with the same first name.
There's female Kyles, which is cool, you know.
I think there were at least 21 women in here because they called for a
Female Kyles?
photo in front of the stage.
Thaddeus, thank you for the prime.
Those participating in the gathering were required to show proof of identification, have the same spelling, and have Kyle as their first name. Nicknames were not accepted.
Wow.
To meet a lot of cool Kyles out here and do a lot of like shopping with local vendors.
Many say they plan to return next year.
Cool Kyle.
People by the name of Kyle to break the 2017.
Thank you for that gifted sub. I appreciate you.
Tex Extravaganza is the name of my band.
The Kyle A. Fair Tex Extravaganza is the name of my band. Do you do all experimental stuff? I do experimental ambient noise, and the name of my band is the Kyle Fair A-Tech Extravaganza. Would you go to a gathering of the Wills? Yeah, that actually sounds pretty sick. It wouldn't hit the same way as Kyle's, though.
Oh, yeah, wow,
Thousands gather in dino
Cup
costumes.
gifted a tier 1 sub to Kyle. They have given 16 gift
Those
subs in the
big
channel.
bobbing heads and stubby little arms, it's just silly and it
if
never
this has
gets
been
old.
addressed before,
What
but would you
is
be willing
old
to
are all the
turn on clips
fossils
for
we're
subs
surrounded
only?
by here in John.
Yeah, I can do that. I can do that next stream. I'll turn on clips for subs only.
Heller, a fitting place to break a record for the largest number of people dressed up as dinosaurs.
People came from all over North America to help with the Titanosaurus task. So many dinosaurs here, mostly of the T-Rex variety or a close relative, the Albertosaurus.
It's fun. Everybody should do it once in their life, eh?
This guy? Who is Cecil Cunningham?
Everybody should do it once in their life, eh? It gets you out enjoying the day. I hope we
Is that the most Canadian man who's ever lived?
break the world record. This is just awesome. I'm so glad they put this on out here. This is our territory. This is dinosaur land.
There were hula dinos and
This is insane.
baby dinos and dog dinos, but this herd likely triceratops the previous record. Last
Triceratops the previous record. Oh my god.
year, an unofficial record was set in Dundurn, Saskatchewan, when around 1,100 people got together dressed as dinosaurs.
The official results won't be known for a couple of days, but the town ran out of 3,000 bracelets for people dressed up as dinosaurs, so it's safe to assume they smashed the old record.
Wow.
Cretaceous Carnival continues on into the evening, so people will be partying late or until one of those pesky asteroids crashes the party. Carolyn Curry de Castillo, Global News.
Jesus Christ. Dude, I actually live in fear of that. I actually live in fear of meteors and asteroids. They had some simulation where it's like a meteor the size of a grain of sand hits the planet going light speed, and it would end all life as we know it. And it just, I don't know. Am I the only one who lives in fear? What a terrible way to go. Did you see the asteroid over Portugal? Yeah, that was crazy. All right, now we are on the social media portion of our news. Let us take a look here. Wait, oh no. Okay. Okay. Shock flavors. Why one company makes mac and cheese and pizza flavored ice cream. Oh, God. I've tried this mac and cheese flavored ice cream, I think. Oh. I have tried that flavor. It was gross.
Really unusual and surprising flavors because they work really well with the core of what we do. So the core of what we do is we make a really good ice cream base by using a lot of cream and a lot of egg yolks.
Oh.
We like to surprise and delight our customers, and often we can do that by offering them something that's unexpected, but when they try it, ends up being delightful. So an example of that would be the Kraft mac and cheese. Another example, which is a little less crazy sounding, would be a sour cream ice cream, for example.
Oh.
A red currant ice
This is a Nathan for You sketch.
Maybe haven't tried before, but when they try, they find really good and they want to have more of.
Oh. Blech. Oh.
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
We are variety-seeking animals. We constantly are seeking something new and different.
Where is this guy recording this? What the hell?
As people get more experience with food and spend more time in restaurants, we become flavor-seeking.
Oh.
For new and different and fun flavors.
Wow. Easter brunch jelly beans.
Just because a product is out there doesn't mean it was a good idea.
Based.
Or that it followed a thoughtful strategy or a plan. It could just be out there.
Well, that one I at least kind of get.
Well, a shock flavor is generally going to have something savory in it. Sweets in ice cream rarely will shock, right? Whether you're
Because
donuts in
it's
it or
tasty,
candy bars or
yeah.
cakes. They're fun, sometimes they're unique, but they're not going to freak people out. I knew that the Kraft mac and cheese flavor was going to do really well when people started getting angry about it. This is really good.
When it was horrible,
Angry
I knew.
And then when we did Hidden Valley Ranch, they were
No!
and when people get angry, it means they want to talk about it. And they probably
Hidden Valley Ranch?
unique flavors get a lot of attention. You know, the weirder they are, the more attention they get. But when we develop a really unique shock flavor, it has to be two things. A, it has to be
Bird up.
good. B, it has to be distinctly and genuinely shocking in taste.
What is this? What is the pacing of this video? It is literally like a pre-cut for a newsreel before like an anchor person talks over these parts. It's so strange. All right, well, we have to look up a video on the Hidden Valley ice cream.
Spring has arrived, and that means we all scream for ice cream. But a savory new flavor is trying to steal the spotlight. Ranch. Yep, just like the salad dressing.
I don't take no shit.
Nightline's Grant Gibbs has
When they
the
were
scoop.
standing outside my shop,
I love me some ranch, but I don't know how I feel about ranch ice cream.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
When I had placenta flavor, and I knew the Christians were going to get very mad.
Distinctive blend of garlic, onion, and spices, stunning taste buds across social media.
That's not bad, actually. Oh.
Well, here we are. We have the Hidden Valley Ranch ice cream.
Oh
We're gonna try it
my
right now.
God.
Well, off the bat, it looks like vanilla ice cream. It smells a little weird. So we have stuff that you normally, pair ranch with. We have carrots, pretzels,
Grant
buffalo wings, and even
Gibbs.
pizza.
Grant Gibbs looks like someone Austin would match with on Grindr.
Pair ranch with. We have carrots, pretzels, buffalo wings, and even pizza. Look at this. It's literally like a cookie sundae, but a buffalo chicken tender. How cool is that? The more I tasted, the more confused I got. So I asked my Nightline colleagues to join in.
Why is it kind of slap?
No.
I wasn't expecting that.
It's so sweet.
Right.
You guys are.
I don't hate it.
Oh my God.
It doesn't taste like ranch.
It's weird.
It's actually sweeter than I expected.
Yeah.
I kind of like it.
No.
Oh my God.
Not bad, but it's odd.
The ice cream is on shelves now till the end of May. Good luck.
No chance.
This dude, so based.
Vanilla ice cream kind of guy.
No chance.
Hi everyone, George Steph.
I like how he broke character to be like, fuck that. Fuck that. Fuck that. Long lost statue of an Italian American seamstress found after decades. Okay.
All new tonight, 95-year-old woman is reunited with a statue designed in her likeness. It is from decades ago when she worked as a seamstress in the garment district. The statue was unveiled today at a brief ceremony to mark the soon-to-open Italian American Museum in Lower Manhattan, and Marvin Scott has the story.
A special moment for 95-year-old Maria Polsani, as a 51-inch sculpture in her likeness was unveiled at the Italian-American Museum. It had been missing for 40 years.
Where did it go?
The statue looks like you?
Maybe.
It's been a long time.
Maybe.
No.
I'm getting older. The statue's too young.
When Maria was much younger, working as a seamstress in the Garment Center, she was honored by her boss, who commissioned the plaster sculpture of her. For years, it stood in the lobby of the Broadway building where she worked. Suddenly, it was gone.
I figured they dump.
40 years later, Maria's grand...
I figured the dump. Look at that, a piece of shit. That is the worst sculpture I ever seen in my life. My family are from Florencia. Real statues in Florencia. This a piece of trash.
Daughter and her husband did some detective work, and with amazement last year found the lost statue of Grandma.
We did a quick Google search and we Googled Italian woman statue, and after a couple hits we found it for sale at a warehouse in Scranton, Pennsylvania.
Italian woman statue?
They gave us a Black Friday special of $600.
The family did.
The worst art theft ever. They stole a statue 60 years ago and made $300 on it?
Decided the statue of the hard-working Italian immigrant should have a permanent new home at the Italian-American Museum under construction on Mulberry Street.
This is a wonderful tribute. We have many other acquisitions in the museum, but we don't have a statue of an actual work.
I'm really happy, and I think it's great that we have somewhere to go to see her.
Surrounded by adoring family, including 2 great-grandchildren, Maria said she never could have imagined her statue would someday be in a museum.
It's a piece of me. For me, that's a big honor for me, it's all Italian. That's a big honor for all Italy. For me, I feel like princess. Very, very, very big moment.
This statue rekindles memories of life as it was in the Garment Center decades ago, and it puts a face on the labors of immigrants. And now it'll immortalize Maria Polsoni here at the Italian-American Museum when it opens later this summer. On the Lower East Side, I'm Marvin Scott, Pix 11 News.
Marvin Scott. You dog. You dog, Marvin Scott. Australian art gallery is facing growing pressure to remove controversial portrait. Australia. Oh, fuck. Australia's richest woman, Gina Reinhardt, demands gallery removes her portrait. Oh, hell no. Why is her head so lumpy? Australia's richest woman is reported to have made a demand that her portrait be removed from an exhibition. The portrait is currently on display at the National Gallery of Australia alongside a collection of other works by the award-winning artist Vincent Namatjira. Sorry, my brain. Complete with double chin, it portrays mining billionaire Gina Reinhardt in what some may say is an unflattering light. Responding to the reports, the artist said, paints the world as he sees it. Ms. Reinhardt has not publicly commented on the painting, Australia Meeting is reporting. However, a spokesperson for the National Gallery said it welcomes the public having a dialogue about our collection and displays, according to Australia's ABC News. Piece features alongside portraits of other major figures like King Charles, Queen Elizabeth, and former Australian Prime Minister Julia Gillard as part of an exhibition titled Australia in Color. That shit is very funny. She's a fucking billionaire. Get her ass. What brought down Red Lobster? Oh, we talked about this earlier tonight.
Red Lobster is closing restaurants across the United States after filing for bankruptcy over the weekend.
It's got to be the shrimp.
Chain has
it's got to be the shrimp.
About 100 restaurants so far as they deal with a reported $1 billion in debt. Eyewitness News reporter Leo Starr with his live.
$1 billion in debt? Did I hear B with a B?
In debt. Eyewitness News. They reported $1 billion in debt.
Holy.
Eyewitness News reporter Leo Starr with us live from Valencia with what loyal customers are saying. Leo?
Yes, my friend, we're just outside of Red Lobster restaurant, a few blocks from Six Flags Magic Mountain. We talked to several loyal, disappointed customers who are happy at least that this restaurant remains open for now.
Red Lobster is the best restaurant ever.
Alex Crocodile, not happy The
best restaurant ever.
Red Lobster locations have closed in California and nationwide. This
protest Malone.
As the restaurant chain files for bankruptcy. Are you surprised that they have gone this bankruptcy route?
I am.
Since the 2020 COVID pandemic, like other restaurants, Red Lobster management saying they've struggled to get customers.
Hey, thanks for the bits. Sure.
Red Lobster was brought down by private equity gutting the company and loading it up with debt while paying themselves millions in bonuses, and are forcing bankruptcy as an exit, and using the media to spin it as due to endless shrimp.
Interesting. Huh.
At the restaurants.
Red Lobster is a staple for a lot of people all over the world, so it's going to be released, not all over the world, but, you know, at least in the United States of America.
desperate to regain its pre-pandemic popularity. The restaurant chain rolling out all-you-can-eat deals at discounted prices.
That's the only thing I'll get here is the all-you-can-eat shrimp. There's
speculation when the all-you-can-eat shrimp deal for roughly $20 turned out to be a bust. That may have doomed the already struggling company. It believes some patrons eating so much of the shrimp they ate into the company's profits.
All-you-can-eat shrimp. I feel like that's a really bad loss leader.
They are stoned. This couple is high as giraffe pussy right now. They went to the Red Lobster absolutely fucking baked. Was this the dude in chat earlier who said that he got a gift card from us, smoked weed out of an apple? Did he also get interviewed? Is this our chatter? Protest Malone.
Loss leader.
Red Lobster filing Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection days after it abruptly closing more than 90 locations nationwide, including more than half a dozen in California. Red Lobster issuing a statement. This restructuring is the best path forward for Red Lobster. It allows us to address several financial and operational challenges and emerge stronger and refocused on our growth. Alex is happy so far. This Red Lobster, a few blocks from Six Flags.
On top of the hedge fund, Thai Union, a Thai seafood company, purchased a large stake, handpicked a CEO that made them keep endless shrimp all year as Thai Union was making loads of money, making Red Lobster lose more money. Oh my God. Big Shrimp took down Red Lobster? Big Shrimp was in the mix? Those villains over at Big Shrimp.
Magic Mountain not getting the axe.
Come here every time I go to Six Flags, so I need them to stay open.
Based.
Here in Southern California, Red Lobster locations have closed in Montclair, San Diego, and Torrance.
Hello, I'm Mark Brown. Get more great ABC7 content by clicking the subscribe button for our YouTube channel and download the ABC7 Los Angeles.
Wow. Red Lobster, may you rest in peace. The Finance Bros, Big Shrimp, and Endless Shrimp brought you down. Everybody was stacked against them. Is a taco a sandwich? I hate these debates.
Okay, this may sound bizarre, but tacos and burritos are now legally sandwiches.
Legally? What does that mean? I will Neff, 100 hours Elden Ring? Wait, Elden Ring comes out in 100 hours? Or have I played 100 hours of Elden Ring?
That's an official ruling by an Indiana judge who called them Mexican-style sandwiches. This...
Mexican style sandwiches.
All stemming from a restaurant owner who'd agreed to certain restrictions with a neighborhood association when he opened his business and he wanted to expand.
Now that led to a zoning battle and questions on whether his tacos and burritos qualified as sandwiches, which was required in the original agreement. Eventually, though, the judge did clarify that yes, they are. I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm going to say no, but I don't know.
I think the judge is probably trying to help this business owner out to say, yes, it falls under the sandwich category, but they're tacos and burritos. They're not.
They have their own name.
Their own special thing, right?
I think so.
Yeah. Speaking of
here to weigh in on the issue, the two whitest people we've ever had on the news network. Vincent Price and this chick. Holy shit. Mexican style sandwiches. That's really funny. Mexican sandwich stand earns first Michelin. Wait, this same place got a Michelin star? The Mexican
Inside this tiny taco stand in Mexico City, Chef Arturo
that was just fucking Haas being funny.
Martinez conducts, as he's done for 2 decades, this symphony of sizzle that's now drawing audiences from far and wide.
Pues no hay secreto, no hay
Whatever the secret, it's now earned the chef one of the dining world's most coveted honors, earning Michelin star status after the French Dining Guide bestowed the barely larger than a shed taco shop.
Thank you for that.
De Leon with a star.
Thank you.
Historic moment.
Pedro.
Commemorated this week during the reveal of the first Michelin Guide selection for Mexico.
Arturo Rivera de Taquería El Califa de León en la
Sick.
Ciudad de México.
Now I really want to try these tacos.
Word quickly spreading, and now some reportedly waiting up to 2 hours to order from the first Mexican stand to ever receive the distinction. Gabi Orozco got there early and still had to wait half an hour.
I think it's worth it. It was a really good meat, a really good taco.
The taco stand found success doing exactly what it's done since 1968, serving up 4 varieties of thinly sliced meat tacos slapped onto a searing hot grill that takes up about half of the space inside, married with a pinch of salt, a drizzle of lime juice, and served.
That is a simple ass taco. That must absolutely slap.
Up on a fresh, mouth-watering tortilla, all for about $5 a taco.
Yo se los agradezco y con toda la humildad y con toda la transparencia les digo que no tengo palabras para agradecerles.
El Califa de Leon standing alone amid 16 other, more traditionally upscale restaurants in Mexico that achieved the career milestone, and proving that big things can often come in small, expertly crafted, bite-sized packages.
A taco for us, it's like so unique and part of our culture. I think we are really glad that they did that for us, and hopefully we're gonna have more stars.
George Solis, NBC News.
Thanks for watching.
I feel like I could eat like 30 of those though.
Stay updated.
It's cool because I know there are like a few street stands that do have Michelin stars now. That taco stand does, and then the other one is like, isn't there a stall in Thailand that makes like chicken or something? There are a few of them. There's like 3 or 4 just stands that have Singapore. There you go. That just have like Michelin stars, which is crazy. That's nuts. I want to try. I would love to try all those. Flavor Flav is the new official sponsor of the U.S. women's water polo team. Excuse me?
Just for everyone to close their eyes.
Just soak it all in.
Yeah.
Yeah, just soak it all in.
Good morning, Dana.
Good morning, you guys. Okay, so I think this is such a perfect story for a Friday morning. And, you know, I loved what we've seen with female athletics this year, you know, with the WNBA and Caitlin Clark and all of those athletes, right? Well, this is kind of along that same vein. So if you want a heartwarming story to start out this Friday morning, I think we have a really good one for you guys. So you guys know Flava Flav, right?
Not personally, but yes.
Okay, well, Flava Flav, right? He just made a huge difference to the ladies on the USA water polo team. So the team is in Paris, prepping for the Olympics.
Sure.
So the captain of the team, Maggie Steffens, posted some pics of the team in Paris, explaining how grateful she is to be there. She said, water polo, women's water polo specifically, may not be the most popular sport or on everyone's radar. But with women's sports even more on the rise, I encourage everyone to give these women a try. This support means everything to us, and it impacts our sport more than most. Some may not know this, but most Olympians need a second or third job to support chasing the dream, myself included. And most teams rely on sponsors for travel accommodations, nutritional support, rent, lodging, and simply affording to live in this day and age, especially female sports and female athletes. Well, Flava Flav saw this and responded, "Hey, yo," as a great dad and
Someone needs to make that a beat tag.
And responded, "Hey, yo."
Hey, yo. Hey, yo.
As a girl dad and supporter of all women's sports, I'm a personally
Nothing
sponsor
says women's
you, my
rights
girl,
like Flava
whatever
Flav.
you need, and I'm a sponsor of the whole team. My manager is in touch with your agent, and I'm going to use all my relationships and resources to help y'all even more. That is a Flava Flav promise.
Flavor Flav.
He later explained why he did what he did. For me doing this, I ain't gonna lie, to me, this
I'm trying to do another season of Flavor of Love, and And those water polo honeys looking pretty good.
One of the biggest things that I feel I could have ever done in life.
Wow, good for him.
Accomplishments that I've made to music by sponsoring a water polo team and helping these girls out. This is bigger than me winning a Grammy.
I mean,
now at 6,
shockingly based of Flavor Flav. Good for Flav. Shockingly based. He did music? What? Flavor Flav? Public Enemy?
Oh, that's very cool.
Anti-sex beds have arrived at the Paris Olympics. What is an anti-sex bed?
Did you know he's like a 7th piano player? I think Flav knows how to play like 50 different instruments.
I've heard that.
It's actually wild. This video lives rent-free in my head like 10 years after seeing it the first time.
What is this?
I like Insta TV.
I'm in my college dorm room and I like Insta TV.
So many months, so many more to go, Tilda.
Flavor Flav. Wow. He's nice. All right, while this is playing, I'm going to go grab my food. I'll be right back, guys. Sorry, guys. Dinner is here. Beep a pop pop boo. What do I want to do? Oh, next video. Anti-sex beds. Anti-sex beds have arrived at the Paris Olympics after horny athletes admit to orgies amid competitions. Why are they removing that? That's like Olympic canon. Haven't there been orgies at the Olympics since like it started? That's like the incentive to be an Olympian. There will be no lovemaking in the city of love. Anti-sex beds have arrived in Paris ahead of the 2024 Olympic Games with their materials and small size allegedly aimed at deterring athletes from getting kinky during the competition. The bed's twin size means that there's no room for competitors to slide up together. The beds are manufactured by Airweave, which also made products for the 2020 Olympic Games in Tokyo. Jesus Christ, look at these beds. These suck. According to Inside the Games, sustainability is cited as the primary reason why the Olympic officials opted for their beds this year. The mattress and cardboard frames are 100% recyclable. I hope that Paris 2024's efforts to reduce its impact will show that it is impossible to do things differently. Let them fuck. Thanks for the hype train, guys. Let the athletes fuck. I could make it work. Bro, you think athletes fuck laying down? Athletes fuck standing up. Google is building a fart button into the Android. You've been waiting all night. Haas, you've been waiting all fucking night. You're absolutely despicable. You are despicable. I simply don't know how to feel about an incoming update to the Google phone app that adds a sound effect to the Android dialer. First spotted as part of the beta update, the app may soon let you tap one of 6 audio emoji buttons to play a short sound clip that both sides of the call can hear. There's clapping, laughing, crying, a sad trombone, partying, a drumstick, and poop. Whoa! Thank you for the 5 gifties. Thank you. Kerfuffle, thank you so much. The dormant adolescence in me wants to try the poop button at least once with a trusted friend who won't disown me for having a questionable sense of humor. Personally, I'd much rather hear these sound effects. Okay, these are getting... Haas, that was fucking wet, bro. That was not a fart. That was a fucking shit. That's not a fart. That was someone absolutely loosing their bowels.
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
Neffel, thanks for all the laughs, Will. I could sure use some these days.
Thank you. Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate you. Personally, I'd much rather hear these sound effects except farts in my conversation as organic, genuine reactions. Who will get actual meaning out of this after that novelty quickly wears off? If we're going to do this, I'd love to see user customization audio, plus perhaps pre-recorded messages and text-to-speech shortcuts. The initial list covers the basics, but I think it might be missing the mark a bit. Realistically, this could all just be a product of boredom of one of Google's engineers, and it's all right if that's as far as it goes. Just please don't spam your loved ones. Unless your goal is to get them off the phone as soon as possible. Thankfully, there's a cooldown period. Google's I.O. is coming up May 14th, so hopefully by then we'll get further insight into its thinking on this one. Haas literally just linked that story so he could spam farts, dude. Jason Momoa lookalike postman gets mobbed by women. Jason Momoa lookalike postman gets mobbed by women his wife has to fend off. I'll read this later. I have to eat. I need a story with a damn video. Woman crochets life-size Jason Momoa doll.
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
Nef bang.
Why does it have a dick? Why did she crochet in a dick? Jesus Christ. Team claims he tripped on ayahuasca. I need a video with I need a fucking story with a video right now. This is crazy. I just want to eat some on my... Oh, Hans, you're killing me. University apologizes after wildly mispronouncing graduates' names. Okay, here we go. Let's get into it.
Imagine waiting years for your school graduation day, and this happens.
Sayer Uvun Jinju Brinan. Victoria Lee Zubathros.
This would be my fucking nightmare. Reading graduates' names would be my absolute nightmare because I would do the same thing.
Marlena Zubath Kamp. Tom Movement.
The reporter laughing every time really sells this.
Thomas. Thomas. Thomas.
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
Tom Mume.
Tom Mume?
Thomas.
Is that on purpose?
Tom Mume.
Purpose?
What the heck happened there? It happened yesterday at Thomas Jefferson University in Pennsylvania.
No, the name of the universe is Thomas Jefferson, and she got Thomas wrong. She said Tamume. I would not say Tamume on Thomas. What is she, having a stroke?
The video went viral where people say she might have tried to read the names phonetically. She was replaced about 10 minutes into the ceremony.
Hello, I'm Mark Brown. Get more great ABC7 content by clicking...
Tamume. That's not phonetically. Tamume. Crowd upset by Bluey event. What is Bluey?
A local restaurant says they wanted their own family-friendly day with cartoon character Bluey. They expected a few dozen people and regulars. Thousands RSVP'd. Hundreds of families were left fuming and say kids were disappointed. The restaurant spoke to Fox 5 and says they want to say sorry to all the families.
Who's Bluey?
They underestimated the power of Bluey.
When I saw him, my best ignore him. I was mad.
What did he look like? The cartoon? Did he look like on TV?
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
Hey now.
Looks like, but that looks like a Dominican dude with a hoodie on. Oh fuck.
No, He looked like unexpected. We could like see his beard.
Sophia and other kids had the same reaction. The Bluey they expected was not who greeted them.
Oh my God.
Left, this is a photo of...
Oh, hell no! Oh, fuck. I choked.
Parent took at an event with the popular cartoon character Bluey. On the right, it's a staff member of Dirt Dog in a makeshift Bluey costume.
The kids were distraught. Some kids were crying. Some kids were upset, crying in their parents' shoulders.
3,000 people RSVP'd on the Facebook.
No.
Crowds poured in for
No.
lines outside in the heat. Inside, concerns about capacity. From the face painting to baked goods, many parents say they were underwhelmed, and the free stuff got snatched up quickly.
How could you do that to little kids? It was a very upsetting moment to see so many kids, especially my daughter, just really upset.
Dirt Dog apologized on social media and says they welcome feedback.
Dirt Dog?
Angry parents posted plenty of livid messages. Thanks for ruining my 3-year-old's day. I drove 1 hour just to see a grown man in PJs. Other parents defended Dirt Dog. It's a free event and a risk you take. My son loved it.
Again, we expected like maybe 50, 60 people, the whole city coming out, and that's what we got, the entire city. Now knowing who Bluey is, we would have planned ahead and would have had security.
That is so funny. Now knowing who Bluey is, why did you throw a Bluey event then?
Head and would have had security, there would have been more door regulations.
Taj Wilder of Dirt Dog broke down their side. She says, first of all, the gourmet hot dog hotspot
like
with a
that
hip-hop
pop-up
edge
Willy Wonka
expected a
event.
few dozen
Is
people.
this the
And though
new
the
meta?
event got thousands of RSVPs,
Dude, a few dozen people, you got 3,000 RSVPs.
most people typically never show up. She says staff members made and did everything. From the costumes, face painting, and even baked goods. But that's the point. She says staff like doing fun events, and it's a hit with the regulars. As for the crowds, she says had they known so many people would have shown up, they would have managed the whole event with crowd control. Now, she says, they understand what parents expected.
I knew Bluey was big, I just didn't realize how big he was. The biggest takeaway, if they want Bluey, go all out. You want to do stuff for the community, just make sure you do it at the highest quality.
Dirt Dog.
All right, I need to see what a Bluey is. Bluey? Bluey.
Give me those cards, Bluey.
That's not a car. Yeah, it is. A car's like this. That's a steering wheel.
It must be in here somewhere.
I don't want to be a car. I want to be a
Ballerina.
Hooray!
There you go, Muffin.
Thanks, Nana.
Okay, off you go.
I need a tutu. Muffin.
Bluey, go and check Nana's dress-up box for a tutu.
Okay.
Quickly.
Listen, I'm going to say it. Fuck this and fuck Peppa Pig. All right? Because they're not Americans. All right? My kid is not having some bullshit accent because they watch a pig or a dog. They're going to watch American cartoons, goddammit. King of the Hill. South Park. I'm going to ruin those kids fast. I don't want this wholesome overseas bullshit. They can wait till they're older and watch Alone with me. I'm going to be honest. I've never heard of this cartoon. Which is crazy because I love my nieces so much. And they've shown me like Peppa and a bunch of other cartoons. I've never heard of Bluey. It's newer. I mean, the one I got down with.
Top.
They showed me Cocomelon.
Cocomelon. Browse, we got another one.
Cocomelon's fucking based. Dude, you know what? I should make a children's show. I would be awesome as like Steve from Blue's Clues. You know what I mean? Absolutely not, Will. What do you mean? What are you talking about? I would be great. I would teach them life lessons. I already deal with children on a nightly basis, chat. You. I know how to be, you know, the gentle way. To be like, hey, boys and girls. Do you know what we're going to do today? That's right. Arts
There's
and
a
crafts.
baby here.
Today, we're going to fill a metal pipe with different pieces of plastic explosive. It's called a pipe bomb. Can you say pipe bomb? That would be sick. Anarchist cookbook for children. That show would go crazy. Postal worker goes vroom.
Is there a reason you're going over 100?
I didn't realize that I was going that fast.
Yeah.
Well, we'll talk about one-day delivery. A postal worker in Cleveland caught on body camera after getting pulled over for going 105 miles an hour.
In a post truck?
The mover says he first noticed a Mustang that was driving slowly.
They don't even have doors.
Slowly, then suddenly took off at a fast speed. And that deputy believes the postal worker was trying to race with the Mustang. That postal worker has had her license suspended 3 times before and has had 4 driving convictions, 3 for speeding and 1 for a seatbelt violation.
She likes to go fast. That mail is getting there in a hurry. Oh my God. Bulldozer chase?
A police chase that had even the officers involved shaking their heads. A bulldozer was stolen from a construction site. That led to a chase through a suburban neighborhood. And where do you see how it ends?
Stop that bulldozer.
Stop.
It's a crazy police chase as a
Stop.
bulldozer is stolen from a construction site.
Hey, stop!
The cop quickly realizes he's no match for the 75,000-pound earth mover.
He was not stopping for me.
So the chase is on.
He's going to go out the main road.
Then cops in Gwinnett County, Georgia have a great idea. To make it a fair fight, they called in a second bulldozer.
How fast is it? They can get up to probably about 30.
5 miles.
There's no way.
The police bulldozer catches up with the runaway bulldozer, finally pushing it into a curb, ending the chase. The suspect, described as a disgruntled former employee, is pulled out of the cab and taken into custody.
And that suspect now faces charges including theft and trying to elude police.
Stop.
Oh, yeah, wow.
They had a bulldozer kaiju fight. That's pretty based. Cannabis spotted near Wisconsin state capitol.
Welcome.
Hold on. I got to grab water. 2 seconds. I choked on that food during the Bluey story.
I'm a stud. I'm ballsy. I don't take no shit from anyone.
The only way to stop a bad guy with a bulldozer is a good guy with a bulldozer.
I'm over here squeezing my dicks. I got lotion on my dicks. Right now I'm just squeezing my chick. I'm horny as fuck, man. I'm a freak, man. Like, yeah, I love lotion. Yeah, I'm squeezing my chick. My dicks. My chick. I'm over here squeezing my dicks. I got lotion on my dicks. Right now I'm just squeezing my chick. I'm horny as fuck, man. I'm a freak, man. Like, yeah, I love lotion. Yeah, I'm squeezing my chick. My dicks. My chick.
Cocomelon. I'm back.
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
I'm over here squeezing my dicks. I got lotion on my dicks. Right now I'm just.
What the fuck?
Back, you're watching WMTV 15 News at 10, live on air and streaming on Apple, Roku, and Fire TV.
Wow.
Cannabis was spotted near the Wisconsin State Capitol earlier today. Here's video that we took this afternoon. We talked to a UW professor who's an expert on these plants. She explains why you can't tell exactly what you're looking at right now.
It is cannabis sativa, but whether or not is classified as hemp or as drug-type cannabis depends on the amount of THC, and you can't tell until it's flowering how much THC is in it.
She also explains, in her opinion, it looks like it was purpose.
So I'm just going to go ahead and clip it and get it out of here, and I'll just pot it and I'll keep it in my house to make sure that it's not weed. To make sure. I'm just going to take these.
Fully planted. It is legal to grow in the area, illegal to grow in the area unless you have a permit from the USDA.
That's awesome. Pot at the Capitol, baby. Whew. All right. Newest Miami Beach police car. Shut the fuck up, man. Miami Beach police roll out city's first Rolls-Royce police car.
Miami Beach police
Why?
an innovative set of wheels, all part of driving home a message.
The department unveiled the world's first Rolls-Royce police car this afternoon. The car is
What is this, fucking Abu Dhabi?
part of an effort to
Dubai?
get men and women to join the force.
Oh, shut up.
And this is top of the line. This is the best you can get as far as it relates to vehicles. You know, the police department is the best there is in the country. Recruiting police officers.
Except for if you need to chase someone, in which case it sucks.
In this country today, it's a difficult thing to do. Using this car to help us do recruitment is going to be great.
Well, the car was made in collaboration with
Dude, what in the stupid fuck? How much is this?
Raymond Rolls-Royce Miami.
Sharp looking wheels there.
Sure is. Still.
That is so fucking stupid.
You don't want to be in the back seat.
That is so yeah, dude. Rolls Royces are passenger cars. They're made to have a nice back seat, and the back seat is just going to be for transporting criminals. Jesus Christ, that is so dumb. Yeah. That's going to be a great recruiting tool for people that want to help people. Rolls Royces. Hey, why'd you get into police force? Well, I wanted to make a difference. And also, I have a small penis and wanted to drive a really nice car. And I'm definitely not going to abuse this at all. Wow. League of Legends, so cool. Tractor trailer detangled over bridge.
You may have seen that terrifying dash cam video from inside a tractor trailer truck that was dangling off a bridge in Well, now the driver who hung there for waiting to be rescued is about what that day was like.
The driver of that tractor trailer dangling over a bridge is breaking her silence. Her 40 minutes of utter terror played out on national television 2 months ago. The nation rejoiced at her miraculous rescue as a heroic firefighter plucked her out of the truck. Now we're hearing from Sidney Thomas in this exclusive interview with WHAS TV in Louisville.
Oh.
I felt myself veering off to the left.
That roll starts at $348,000. Jesus H. Christ.
And then I saw myself going over the railing, and I was like, well, this is it. I really thought that I was about to die.
Her interview comes as authorities released video of what she experienced from a camera inside her vehicle.
Oh, dude. That wasn't her fault at all. This dude is just speeding into oncoming traffic.
It happened when she tried to avoid an out-of-control pickup truck coming right at her.
I had my hand
Holy
gripped on
shit.
it. I had my foot on the brake too, and I sat like that for a long time.
She ended up looking straight down into the Ohio River for what must have seemed like an eternity.
The river is right in front of you, and that's what I saw.
Thomas returned
Total
to the
Motor,
scene of
thank
the
you.
accident, and get this, she says she's going back to work in 2 weeks.
Sometimes I pray and I don't think God is listening, but He was that day.
That was hard.
He was listening. The driver of the pickup that caused the accident has been charged with 4 counts of wanton endangerment and with driving with a suspended license.
Oh, shit. Dude, that was actually crazy. Porch pirate takes package in front of homeowner.
Oh, yeah, wow, that's very cool.
What did you tell them?
In Pennsylvania. Police in Pennsylvania.
What did you tell them? I told them about Wonka. You gotta listen to me. You gotta listen to me. It's Wonka. He's fucking the Loompas. The Oompa Loompas are children. He just paints them orange. He's using house paint. That's why they look so old. You gotta get Joe Biden. You gotta get Biden. He's the only one who can stop him now.
And you'll see into your imagination.
Oh, I miss you already, Marsh, man. I listen, I know it's crazy. I would do another 3 days of EDC right now. And see God. What does he do there with his hand? He like points, grabs the package.
Police in Pennsylvania say a brazen porch pirate wasn't put off by the presence of the homeowner when he went to poach this package.
What?
Caught the odd incident.
Did you get any of that $90 water from EDC? So the $90 water, let me put this rumor to bed. The $90 water is a water bucket that they sell at the main table at EDC. But those tables are already like $100,000. So no, I did not have any of the $90 water buckets. I paid $4 like the rest of us. The low price of $4 per water.
The Cheltenham Township Police Department says it happened around 3 in the afternoon. The package from AT&T contained 6 iPhones and was left.
What? 6 iPhones? What the fuck?
That's very cool.
Nefbart.
Low price of $4? Yeah. No, it's super expensive. Listen, it's a festival. It's fucking brutal. Everybody knows it's brutal.
Owner's porch. Just as he went to retrieve it, they say a man came up the walkway, snatched it, and took off, leaving the homeowner stunned. Another delivery driver also seems confused as he delivers another package to the homeowner while he's following the suspect. Cops are now looking for
Did he just throw the other package in the bushes?
Following the suspect. Cops are now looking for this man, who they say was driving a tan-colored vehicle. He's described as having a medium build.
What you want him to do about it? I mean, not launch his package in the bushes.
And is possibly between the
All of this is bizarre. Why are you acting like any of this is normal?
ages of 35 and 45. Anyone with information is asked to call the Cheltenham
Dude knew what he was stealing for sure.
215-885-1600. For Inside Edition Digital, I'm Mara Montalbano.
Whoa. I never want to have my build described by a news anchor. Yeah, a news anchor would not be kind to me. Man with a rutted complexion. Too many freckles for what he looks like. Brown hair. Kind of bulky. Kind of dumpy through the middle. Large quantity of meat dumped in Washington County.
A large pile of raw meat in the woods has officials in Washington County scratching their heads and holding their noses. Our Chase Campbell digs into the meat of this story.
Something is rotten in the township of Grandview. Agencies in Washington County are trying to make sense of
That is a large amount of meat.
What one official described as a dump truck's worth of meat dumped off Grandview Road near New Matamoras about a week ago.
Eyewitness description was pork loins, sausage, bacon, steaks, chicken, shrimp. So it certainly was a wide variety.
Oh, dude, it's definitely a Red Lobster emptying the freezer. A bankrupt Red Lobster went and emptied out their product for sure.
Grandview Township officials pushed the meat to the side of the road shortly thereafter and covered most of it with dirt. But as of Thursday afternoon, the putrid pile was still there, feeding the local fauna and breeding maggots. Washington County Health Department Director of Environmental Health,
Feeding the local fauna,
Joshua Lane, says the property where the meat was dumped is part of Wayne National Forest.
It's on Wayne National Forest property, so one of the bad things about solid waste or open dumping like this is
You dumped a large quantity of meat in my dad and then never called him again. So thanks for that.
Yeah, but I was feeding the local fauna.
that the property owner may not be responsible for the dumping at all.
Yes.
I'm really excited to see you return to Rust.
Yes.
Such an amazing idea.
Thank you.
You have such great ideas for content.
Thank you.
However, there's an unexplored cavity of content I would consider if you have the time.
It's a hole. What is the unexplored cavity? Is it whole? Are you just going to say whole?
However, it does then fall on them, especially when we can't figure out who actually did the dumping.
Lane says because it's international forest, federal land, what the health department can do is limited, even if they had the ability to quickly move and dispose of such a large quantity of meat. One resident of the area expressed concern that the meat could pose a public health risk, particularly due to its proximity to a stream. Lane says that rather than the nuisance of an unpleasant smell, the meat doesn't pose a public health threat to the people who live on or near Grandview Hill Road.
Our health specialist that was out said that it was, over 100 yards from where this pile is to the stream. So I don't think there's really much concern there. It's not going to be much different than
it's just an Arby's,
deer carcass, or any other dead animal that might die by a stream or something.
The Washington County Sheriff's Office is opening an investigation to try to determine who's responsible for dumping the meat. The Health Department and Sheriff's Office are also communicating with Wayne National Forest about how to remove the meat. When and how the meat will ultimately be disposed of has yet to be determined.
Dude, this guy with like serial killer calm describing this pile of meat and saying meat over and over again is absolutely sending me.
Also communicating with Wayne National Forest about how to remove the meat. When and how the meat will ultimately be disposed of has yet to be determined. In New Matamoras,
Can't wait to have some rotten meat along with my rat bread.
Oh, thank you for shouting out our sponsor for tonight. Tonight's stream brought to you by Rat Bread. Do you enjoy bread but wish that it could have more protein? And the satisfying crunch of small rodent bones? Rat bread. Okay. Daredevil walks tightrope between skyscrapers in downtown LA.
Graffiti towers have been a centerpiece in LA for social media stunts lately.
Yeah, the graffiti towers are pretty crazy.
May have taken the top spot, although done illegally.
And dangerously. Eyewitness News reporter Tim Pulliam is live in downtown LA with reaction from the Daredevil himself. Tim.
Hi, Jory, Michelle. Yeah, this guy is a daredevil. Take a look. As we pan up to these buildings, you can see just how up he was. He used a line to walk a tightrope across the two towers here in downtown LA.
So I'm between the two abandoned graffiti towers in downtown LA. And
it's all on video, as you can see. He calls himself Reckless Ben. The 28-year-old posted this clip on his YouTube channel, pulling off this dangerous stunt.
Reckless Ben is wicked.
Month. These abandoned towers have become a popular spot for artists to create content and paint graffiti. Police are investigating Ben's behavior. He came back here to talk to us about why he did it, knowing he broke the law again, taking another risk.
so the police are definitely after me, which
Because I'm looking for more notoriety and followers on my social media. And I knew that if I came and talked to the news and got arrested, that would draw more attention to what I did. Because when I did it, no one really knew that I did it except for the police. So I had to leverage that.
which is why it's very risky for me to be doing this interview. There's a police officer right there. If that police officer just turns his head and looks at me, I'm in jail. So it's like, I don't know. I gotta, but with great risk comes great rewards. It was very scary. I was looking down, like, because like when you get scared, you start to shake, and then when you shake, the line shakes, then you fall off, and then I didn't want to fall, so you just have to calm your mind.
I didn't want to fall. Oh, based, Ben.
Ben says he wants to inspire people to go out.
I didn't want to fall to my death, so I knew that I shouldn't fall, because falling would have been like, if you fall from that height, you know, you're probably not going to survive. You know, I've never fallen from that height, but like, you can imagine what it would be like.
Out and live their best lives. Some people would say that he is out of his mind. But the city has been warning people to stay away from these towers, which have been vacant since the pandemic. Police were guarding the towers, but Ben says he used a group of friends to hold up religious signs as a decoy so that he could get inside them. Now, this expansive property is up for sale. Appraisers had valued it at $434 million. And get this. Once they are sold, the city will get a cut of that money for the cost of security and other fees.
Hello, I'm Mark Brown.
So isn't the story behind the graffiti towers that the guy that built them went to jail
More great AB
and had to like forfeit them, and they've just been like uncompleted? $400 million. What the fuck? Yeah, embezzlement. Yeah, they're fascinating because I don't know who is gonna buy them for $400 million. They're trashed. Like they look fine from the outside, but like people have been breaking into them for like months now and spray painting them and fucking them up and doing shit inside of them, and I guess tightrope walking in between them. So like, the city claiming that they did security, brother, every single floor on the towers is painted. Like, LA, you gotta be fucking kidding me. That you're gonna charge some buyer for security work you did? Look at these fucking things. They're guys, good job. Good job on the security. You really nailed it. It looks cool. It looks very cool. It looks very cool. It's one of the coolest things in LA. Ruined, brother, there is at least there is at least $10 million worth of damage in those towers. At least. They have to change out every pane of glass on the entirety of 2 towers. And then they have to, dude, you don't even, the insides are trash too. Okay, here's the story behind this, by the way.
We're learning more today about the Oceanwide Plaza.
Leave it? You think a buyer is going to leave all this graffiti on a $400 million investment? What are you smoking, and why didn't I have it at Coachella? Or sorry, EDC.
In downtown LA, the towers you can see covered in graffiti. The project's contractor and some contractors say the developer owes them.
They should. Yeah. I mean, there is a shortage of graffiti in LA. So it is nice to have it, you know, because there's no other graffiti in the entire city. So,
millions. NBC4's Alex Rozier joins us live with a story you'll see only on 4. Alex.
Kathy, we learned this news on the same day LA City Council approved nearly $4 million to clean up and secure the site. City leaders have said the entire time that they will do the work, but they will send Oceanwide the bill. But contractors and subcontractors here say Oceanwide hasn't paid bills in years.
Yeah.
After graffiti artists tagged nearly 30 floors of 3 towers at Oceanwide Plaza, new court documents suggest that's just the beginning of the problems here. In 2015,
4 mil, 400 mil.
Oceanwide hired the construction company Lend-Lease as the general contractor for this project.
And guys, this is premium real estate. This is in like the middle of downtown LA, next to the crypto arena. The fucking crypto arena.
Oh, yeah, wow.
Today, Lend-Lease said Oceanwide still owes them and other subcontractors around $200 million total.
Give it to the homeless. I mean, that would be incredibly based, but they incredibly won't do that.
With hopes of getting paid, they filed a petition in federal court this week asking a judge to force Oceanwide into involuntary bankruptcy. Lend-Lease said in a statement in part, quote, "We're taking this action."
4 mil for the cleanup. It's not cleaned up. I mean, they've put 4 million thus far, but you have to replace hundreds of 10-foot panels of glass. Guys, this is so much money.
Around $200 million total. With hopes of getting paid, they filed a petition in federal court this week asking a judge to force Oceanwide into involuntary bankruptcy. Lend-Lease said in a statement in part, quote, "We're taking this action in the hope that the court will appoint a responsible trustee to end the years-long deadlock to oversee an orderly sale of Oceanwide Plaza for the benefit of Oceanwide's creditors and local subcontractors." We uncovered that development as LA City Council approved $3.8 million to clean up and secure the site. The city hired crew started work this morning, one day before Oceanwide's deadline to come back and secure the property.
Ain't no way they get this done for 4 million. Ain't no fucking way they get this cleaned up for 4 million. Ain't no way.
Deadline to come back and secure the property themselves.
DM123, thank you.
They don't do something by the 17th, then we're going to step up and do it, and we're going to foot them with the bill.
So city leaders say they'll send Oceanwide the bill for the $3.8 million in work here. But perhaps the bigger question is, will the taxpayer ever get that money back?
Hell no.
And we did reach out to Oceanwide several times this week, including today. We never heard.
Bro, they have no money? Yeah, the main dude's in jail.
A reminder that this was supposed to be condos, a hotel, and mall, but now it's essentially a 3-tower, nearly 30-floor mess.
Exactly.
Reporting live in downtown Los Angeles, I'm Alex Rozier, NBC4 News.
Rough calculation, each pane of glass is worth $1,500 if they are 10 by 10. Yeah, I don't know how, listen, I'm going to be honest, I have no idea how this situation will resolve itself. I have no idea how this situation will resolve itself because it's like the city doesn't have enough money to just finish the project. Independent contractors don't want to touch it yet. The company that made it no longer exists, has no money, and the owner is in jail. So it's like it's such like a catch-22 of like, what do we do with these giant fucking towers? Recovering from EDC? Indeed.
Came for violent farting, stayed for sexo.
Somebody will buy it for 400 million. It's a good price. I mean, you don't even, what do you mean a good price? You don't even know how far done they are. None of the plumbing might be done for fucking 80-story tower. You don't know how, like, if the electrical is done. You don't know. What do you mean good price? That's like seeing the frame of a car and you go up and you're like, how much is that car? And the guy's like, oh, yeah, it's $5,000. It's a good price. And you go, is there an engine in it? And he goes, man, I don't know. You look at it from the outside. It's on nice land. Oh, okay.
Yeah, wow, that's very cool.
No, I'm going to be honest. It's a crazy situation. It's a crazy situation. The real estate is almost 400 alone. Yeah, that is if and follow me on this one. If there weren't 3 giant towers there, demolition like that costs so much money. And they can't fucking demolish them with like explosives. They're in the middle of the downtown city square. If they were going to demolish those with explosives, they would have to clear downtown Los Angeles. Israel can do it. Jesus Christ, man. Jesus fucking Christ. That's not funny. You're not funny. That's not funny. Jesus Christ, bro. Please. I just got back from EDC. Please. Okay, this story is just called Korean Man. Fingered it for 3 hours? Korean man spotted having sex with a pink Tesla. What? Imploding of buildings has happened in downtown areas for sure. But it takes like a year of preparation and so much money. I'm just telling you, developers with $500 million are not looking at the fucking downtown towers and being like, how do we get involved? What the huh? It is probably right now one of the least direct ways that you could make money in LA real estate. You basically can't lose money on LA real estate right now. Everything is going up. You buy it and you flip it and you resell it. You think these guys are looking at one of the largest cleanup projects in LA history and going, that's the one I want. That appeals to so few people right now. This article contains graphic content that may disturb some readers. In a disturbing incident that has left many people shocked, a man was caught engaging in inappropriate behaving with someone's pink Tesla car.
Oh my God, dude.
Thanks, Haas. The incident took place on May 18th at a Hyundai department store. According to the victim's husband, his wife witnessed the man kissing and touching her car for 3 hours before fleeing when she approached to get in the vehicle. This guy kissed my wife's car, fingered it for 3 hours, and ran off only when my wife approached the car. Oh my God. He's finger banging the car. Following the bizarre incident, the couple attempted to report it to police, but they found that unfortunately there was no specific charge that they could apply to this weird situation. Feeling hopeless, the husband decided to share the story on a Naver Cafe site May 18th. The site considered Korea's largest Tesla community. Holy shit, bro. What is this guy doing? This disturbing incident follows a similar one that occurred just weeks ago in late March. In that case, a different man was observed engaging in sexual activity with a white Audi car. Recorded footage exposed the man on top of the car's hood, rubbing himself against it before doing the same thing to the car's front fender. Look at his fucking feet. Why my man's feet pointed like that? Holy Korea, what is going on, bro?
Wow, that's for cool.
Thanks for streaming, dude.
Thank you. Thanks for watching. Wow. Car fuckers. Dude, feet guys are every day. Feet guys are like, this is good. The armpit nation and now car fuckers, feet guys are like, dude, we're gonna be welcomed to the barbecue with ass and titty guys. Like pretty soon, we're just gonna have to accept feet guys as normal. Now that the real freaks is coming out, feet dudes are like, this is my time, baby. No, never. It's already happening. It's already fucking happening.
Cool.
It's already happening. Dude, you're trying to tell me it's not happening?
I'm a stud. I'm ballsy. I don't take no shit from anyone.
Will tell us, you're safe here. Have you fucked your Tesla? Was it good?
No. No, I have not. If feet fetishes are not normal, if feet stuff is not normal, then you explain to me why Street Fighter literally made a foot fetish character. We all know what she is. We all know what she is. We all know what's going on here. They are clawing their way into the mainstream, folks. And I don't like that I kind of get it. I don't like it. But at least they haven't put a sexy car in Street Fighter. You know what I mean? It's progress, but at least it's at a rate that my old boomer brain can make sense of. You lost me? Listen, I'm just trying to tell you how it is, okay? And that the feet guys, they're coming out from hibernation. They're coming out from under their rocks. And the reason being is that the freak meter has gone deeper. All right? And we got guys fucking cars now. We got a rash of guys putting their dicks in tailpipes in Korea. Okay? And the feet guys are just like,
Nasty girl, nasty up in a nasty girl, nasty up in a nasty girl, nasty up in a nasty, nasty, nasty. Is somebody gonna match my freak? Is somebody gonna match my freak? Is somebody gonna match my nasty? I got stamina, they say I'm an athlete. Is somebody...
Anyway, that song goes so crazy, by the way. This is Tinashe's best song.
Nasty up in a nasty girl, nasty up in a nasty girl, nasty up in a nasty, nasty, nasty. Is somebody gonna match my freak? Is somebody...
I was singing this all weekend at EDC. I would just be like, yo, I need someone to fucking match my freak. Holy shit. All right, guys, that is all the news that's fit to print. But before we end, let's do two things. First, let's thank our sponsor one more time for the evening. Tonight's stream was brought to you by Rat Bread. Rat Rat Bread. You desire gluten. You want to make a sandwich, but you want the satisfying crunch of rodent bones. Enjoy Rat Bread, available at some grocery stores across the country. Anyway, thank you, Rat Bread, for the sponsor. One more time before we end, here are some honorable headline mentions. A drug mart in Toronto offers a part-time job with no pay. Okay. Teens get ticket for using McDonald's app in the drive-thru. I married a ghost named Eduardo. Then I adopted a possessed clown doll to make him jealous. Those are all the headlines that are fit to print. And ladies and gentlemen, now we have one of the most exciting things that you guys can ask for. We got a brand new Joe is Hungry video.
So you had me bite through the bullet. I won't play a second fiddle with you. You look away just when they pull it. You gotta step up, yeah, you miss your cue. Ooh, your time is up now. I'm no fool. I know what you are up to, keep things cool. But
Bad kitty. Yo, I gotta bring Joe to EDC. I think Joe would vibe.
Hello, my name is Joe. You're once again at the Joe is Hungry channel, where we serve it piping hot.
I love that I fully believe with every piece of my being, and I mean this sincerely. If I brought Cutie Cinderella, Austin Show, Hassan Piker, and Joe is Hungry is the one who would have a good time at EDC out of the four of them. The three others would be fucking miserable. Joe would be at the main stage with a flower crown, eating fucking a potato twister from a local booth, being like, the food here is great, and I like the music too. We would see a different side of Shadow Joe, dude. We would give Shadow Joe a whole new meaning at EDC, bro. He'd be off a bean.
A slightly higher price every time.
He would bite test engage a Pressy pill, baby. Let's go. A Tesla.
Right here within the city limits of Fairmont, Georgia. Before I can move on with this video, I need to clear the ever-growing backlog of birthdays.
God, the visual of Joe raving his ass off at EDC just gave me more joy than I've had, more dopamine than I've had in months.
Shout outs, Travis, Nicholas, Luke and Daniel, Jane, Ben, Lydia and Riley, Devin, Levy, Kyle and Maria, another Devin, Lee, Maddie and Matt. I want to wish each and every one of you a very special Joe is Hungry birthday. Today, we're headed back to Pizza Hut to check out their 5th iteration of their pizza melt lineup. The new cheeseburger melt is made up of a Parmesan.
We're going to set the tear on the scales, all right. Oh, my God. Oh,
folded and filled with savory beef.
He's built for it.
Mozzarella, cheddar cheese, and onions, and a side of burger sauce, whatever that is, for your dipping pleasure. Each individual melt will laden your unattainable diet goals with 1,180 calories. I have the.
Are you still high? What? No, but listen, dude. If the image of Joe is Hungry off a bean at EDC doesn't make you laugh, I don't know what will. Because I love this man so much, and the thought of just him raving his ass off gives me so much joy.
Nutritional information on the screen and in the description below. Each a la carte order all by itself will delete $7.99 from your dwindling digital wallet, which by the way is an increase from $6.99 only a year ago. For $1 extra, you can get your choice between two sides. They call this option the Pizza Hut box, and it includes one order of fries, and actually until today I didn't know that Pizza Hut offered French fries, and 4 boneless wings. And I
also have never heard that Pizza Hut has French fries.
Know that there's no such thing of boneless wings. These are merely chicken nuggets. Does this continue to be a good deal?
You showed me Joe 4 months ago, and I've watched every video since then. Dude, Joe is, I mean this sincerely, there are a lot of times where you vibe with someone's content on the internet, and there are very few times that like you meet that person and they just turn out to be an awesome human being with totally pure intentions. But Joe is one of those rare kind of Venn diagram overlaps of just being one of the most genuinely nice human beings I've ever had the pleasure of knowing, and just a really funny, awesome content creator. So I love to juice Joe. It gives me so much pleasure. And I look forward to the day when Joe is a gigantic food creator. I would love to see Joe with his own show on First We Feast or something like that. That would give me endless pleasure.
2023 at 57 cents an ounce with an average weight of 12.20 ounces or 346 grams. Are they going to maintain consistent portion sizing and not engage in any meltdown sizing? Are they going to scrag me on the bacon like so many have done in the past? We are definitely going to determine this and a whole lot more when we do the Joe is Hungry weight test and calculate the actual out the door.
By the way, isn't Joe's head mod for his Discord called like Femboy Cook or something like that? one of the most shockingly based turns of events. Joe's head moderator for his Discord is called like Femboy Chef or something like that. It's so funny.
Fast food price per ounce. So let's see if these things are going to be served piping hot, as I expect they will, and roll the pickup window at Pizza Hut in Cartersville, Georgia.
Femboy Catboy. That's it.
I've got my order in. Let's hit the pickup window.
Oh, God.
Hello.
Hey, how are you?
Good, how are you? Order?
Yeah, oh, sorry. Joe.
There's an 80% chance he doesn't know what he means. No, we talked to him about it. We literally talked to him about it. We had a discussion about it. He's so awesome. God, he's such a good guy.
Had the
He was completely unfazed.
Things.
Joseph DES was last name.
Yeah.
It is your change. It's not quite up yet. If you want to pull up.
Was that a Hoss sound effect?
Yeah.
What the hell is going on in that kitchen?
It is your change. It's not quite up yet. If you want to pull up, I'll bring it out to you.
When we go to that penalty box right there where that line is.
Someone was clapping that pizza's cheeks.
I've got my pizza melts. Let's pull off out of the penalty box and do the Joe
Someone was making that pizza fresh to order.
Hamburger melt number 1 is 169 degrees Fahrenheit. Hamburger melt number 2 is 172.6 degrees Fahrenheit. Hamburger melt number 3 is 176 degrees Fahrenheit. As you all know, if you have been watching my channel any length of time, you know I like my temperatures at 140 degrees or above. Hotter is always better. Apparently, Pizza Hut, Cartersville, they get it. So today, they passed the Joe is Hungry temperature test. Now it's time to pry this thing apart. Take a sneak peek inside, see if Pizza Hut is really going to deliver the meat, head back to the studios and do the Joe is Hungry weight test. And as usual, and by popular demand, and I do mean popular.
Someone said white sauce, Sag. Jesus Christ. Oh, my mind.
Man, we are going to take off for the packaging. In other words, we're going to set the tear on the scales.
perfect toss.
Burger Mount number 1 comes in at 10.10 ounces or 288 grams.
I'm interested to see what this looks like.
10.50 ounces or...
This might be the kind of shit that I would eat. I'm not going to lie. There's some about a Burger Melt type pizza thing, a Bob from Pizza Hut, that sounds kind of good.
297 grams. Burger Melt number 3 comes in at 10.45 ounces or 296 grams. The weights are all pretty close. They're fairly consistent. Pizza Hut, Cartersville, today you pass the Joe is Hungry consistency weight test. Now Pizza Hut chooses not to give us serving weights. I'm beginning to see why. If you compare the weights to the last few reviews that I did, we've lost almost 2 ounces. So Pizza Hut appears to be engaging in a little bit of shrinkflation in addition to raising the prices. That is unfortunate. However, we can do one more thing, and that would be to add them all up, average them out, do the math, and you come up with a fairly high 77 cents an ounce. Wow. So now it's time to do the one and only, the Joe is Hungry Big Reveal.
Ooh, what the fuck? That's... Oh. That's weird looking. Kind of looks kind of good though. Joe is playing a Dark House set during his food review. This is Joe's cat set. What the hell?
This is what it looks like, and this is what it's supposed to look like. This is what it looks like, and this is what it's supposed to look like. We've seen what they look like. We saw how much they were. Some of you out there may call this shrinkflation. I call it giving us less for more. And this is a classic example of that. No question about it. As far as the ad photos, it's not horribly far off. It looks like we're a little short on ingredients. But Pizza Hut's ad photos have never been that great. So that leaves us one more test. And that would be the one and only, the Joe is Hungry bite test. So it is bite test.
Engage. All right. I'm setting the over under
I wonder
at
if that's
15. 15. Yeah, he is hungry. I wasn't counting shit. I got a text message. I blew it. Someone has to count. Joe doesn't look like he's vibing this that much. Oh, that burger sauce kind of look... I think that was the under. 14? 19? We got some disparaging scores right here. It was 19. There are a lot of people saying 19, definitely over. Okay.
Does this thing...
We're not betting on it because it's not a premiere. If we had premiered it, we would have bet on it, but otherwise people pre-watch and then cheat.
Put me in mind of a cheeseburger? The short answer is no. You may ask, is that a bad thing? Not necessarily. I like the overall flavor. It could have used a little bit more ingredients. It is crispy and crunchy and gives it a satisfying bite-through experience. The Parmesan sprinkles and the buttered crust make for a rich, savory taste. I can actually taste the bacon when I can find it. The burger sauce has a Thousand Island vibe with a little bit of bite to it. It sort of puts me in mind of Big Mac sauce at McDonald's. With that being said, before I pass
he doesn't like this
final judgment, I would like to see what the self-proclaimed food tasting expert has to say and throw this
up. He's still in this beef with Shadow Joe.
Game in reverse and do the Joe is hungry sneaky-doodle bite. Sneaky-doodle bite number 1. Sneaky-doodle bite number 2. Sneaky-doodle bite number 3.
I mean, that sounds like it's got a lot of crunch. Yo, his eyes are going wild.
It is crunchy. It is very savory. I can see we have maybe a little bit of bacon, some onions. The temperature was good. Now it's time to give this thing a score. If you don't know my scale is 1 to 10.
Yo, Joe about to flip.
9 being the best. Anything above 9 is a once-in-a-lifetime experience and almost never achieved. 5 and down is that slippery slope to the pits and depths of fast food hell. Okay, so let's move on with this video. And give this the number that it truly deserves.
Okay. I don't think Joe fucked with this that much. I think the price per unit was high for him at 77 cents. He's not into shrinkflation. They cheated him on the bacon. I think this 5.7.
Pizza Hut, I'm not gonna lie, I like the flavor.
Oh, fuck.
But I cannot ignore this giving us less for more thing.
Yeah!
Going on there. It's almost like you're being sneaky about it. I mean, those weights were so consistent, it is highly unlikely that this was an accident. I mean, this is right out of the Yum Foods playbook. I've seen it before, over and over. And it's unfortunate because most people, they won't even notice. And the bacon. You know how I am about my bacon. I'm not even going to go there today. But the fact is, I liked it. It was not a horrible value. Not these days anyway. So today, Pizza Hut. I'm going to have to go 6.8. That is my number.
Wow. That is way higher than I thought. Way higher.
This is my review, and hopefully I will see you in the next video.
He must have really fucked with the way it tasted. I thought from his facial expressions, he was kind of like, but I guess he liked it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to grab a water. I'm going to take a pee. And when I get back, we got some reacciones for you.
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
I'm a stud. I'm ballsy. I don't take no shit from anyone.
Since you mentioned it that entire time, I imagined Joe high as fuck swinging that blade around, cutting shrooms in half. This is what it looks like. Holding it up to you.
Nasty. Is somebody gonna match my freak? Is somebody gonna match my freak? Is somebody gonna match my nasty? I got stamina, they say I'm an athlete. Is somebody gonna match my freak? Need somebody with a good technique. Is somebody gonna match my nasty? Pillow talking got my throat raspy. If you keep up with me, I'll keep on coming back. If you do it too good, I'm gonna get attached. 'Cause it feels like heaven when it hurts so bad. Baby, put it on me. I like it just like that. Just like that. I've been a nasty girl. Nasty. I've been a nasty girl. Just like that. I've been a nasty girl. Nasty. I've been a nasty. I've been a nasty girl. Nasty. I've been a nasty girl. Nasty. I've been a nasty girl. Nasty. I've been a nasty. Big time. Pull up, make a scene. Party's lame. No vibe, we can leave. Shotgun. My thighs on a seat. I ain't got nothing underneath. Looks like you better spend the night. Looks like I'm about to change your life. Wife type. He's staying for a week, so I might just let him pay the lease. If you keep up with me.
Who's gonna match my freak? Haas, do we have a new episode of Alan? Do we have a new episode of Alone? I don't know their release schedule. I don't. But I've been gone for a long time. Thank you, Haas. One episode of Alone, ladies and gentlemen. Guys, thanks for joining me. Everybody, before we move on, everybody give a big shout out to Haas. He always puts together these really awesome news segments for us. So everybody give him a thank you, Haas. And now we're going to watch a little Alone.
Oh, yeah, wow.
Doesn't look like there's... Wait, is this the right people? What the fuck? What?